Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
Welcome to Wildcat Stadium, as we've got some runners on the field, Chris.
And we do a bunch of elementary kids and some parents.
They're out there.
Making the 100-yard dash.
Holy cow. We've got all kinds of athletes out there, future Wildcats and Wild Lady Cats. So that's exciting. Well, welcome. This is Josh Jared here tonight with Chris Brody. And we're super excited. Chris, we made it to the Jacksonville game. I remember at the beginning of the season saying, man, that Jacksonville game's a long way away. But I really hope Wildcats have a good game against them. So tonight, here we are, and time has seemed to just blow by. Only the third home game of the year for the Wildcats. And
Whitehouse on the short end of the scheduling stick when it comes to home games this year.
That's right. Had all the advantages in the world last year with 6 home games, but only 4 this year. Hey, we've also got Zach with us tonight, our producer. Zach is making things look good on the screen, and then we've got Rob and Dylan in there on the cameras tonight. So, Chris, tell us a little bit about what we might expect to see tonight out of the Wildcats and out of Jacksonville Indians.
All right, so last week, if you were with us, difficult night for Whitehouse. What I would call the crush of inevitability playing against Texas High School.
The crush of the Chris, that was tough last week, brother.
It was, yeah. Texas High threw the ball for 240 yards. They rushed for 225 yards. And, for good measure, they added another 155 yards of return yards to the game. Man. And Whitehouse was able to manage less than 200 total yards. And it just had the feel that Texas probably could have scored more points if they'd wanted to. And Whitehouse was playing against an opponent on a completely different level.
Yeah.
You'd like to see them fight and work hard. We've praised those guys for doing that this year, but, man, it was an uphill battle last week. And we enjoyed some fireworks in the second half, couple of touchdown runs by Zamaje and by Mr. Robbins, Jacaden, and also an interception return to the house by Zamaje. And that was a lot of fun. Yeah, we enjoyed the second half.
That was a fun play.
Yeah, and a lot of people who are, I won't say haters, but they like to point out the criticisms might say, well, yeah, that was against the backups that Texas was playing. And, that's fine.
They're haters.
I mean, when you're playing against a different caliber of team, that's fine. You want to see your guys go out there and have the opportunity to make plays, have fun, be there for their brothers, represent themselves and their team well. And we got a dose of that in the second half for those of you that stuck around to appreciate it.
That's right.
This week's a bit of an extreme swing. Jacksonville comes to town. Jacksonville is 0-6, and quite frankly, their last 2 games, district games, they
haven't gone so well.
They've been walked through themselves. They lost to NAC 40-14. NAC's freshman quarterback threw for over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. We'll have the chance to see him in the near future.
Did you say that freshman quarterback?
Yeah, according to Max Preps. I'm quoting them for a lot of this. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Blame it on Max Preps.
We'll say that, yeah. But their quarterback, who's a freshman, threw for over 404 touchdowns. And then last week, Hallsville handed it to Jacksonville 52-14. And we couldn't find out how that went for Hallsville, but we saw how it went for Jacksonville. It was the first game where their starting quarterback pretty much split time evenly with the backup. So that may be an indication of things to come tonight. It might not be. It just might have been how the game played out last week. But it is what it is.
And just a little side note, Jacksonville's quarterback is Ben Bolton. That's her starting quarterback. And his dad is married to one of the McCowan's sisters. That sounds wrong. Their dad is one of the McCowan girls, Luke and Randy and Josh McCowan. That's the sister. And so that's her son. And so some of you like me have been around for a long time and watching Jacksonville. It seems like there's a different McCowan every year. Well, this is another McCowan from the mom's side. So
a McCowan by a different name.
That's right. And if I And if I just described that wrong, I apologize. But yeah, Ben Bolton. He's a good-looking kid. We were watching him warm up, and he's got a little zip pop to his passes, Chris. I was noticing he's got some good footwork, and he's got good size. We don't have his exact numbers, height and weight, but he looks the part.
He looks
Chris.
the part. Yeah, yeah. Jacksonville doesn't seem to ever have issues putting a quarterback on the field, so it'll be fun to see what Whitehouse defensively can do tonight.
Here come the Wildcats, black on black, Chris. How about that?
Now we got the midnight uniforms tonight. Midnight Cats.
They got the Mahomes tents up. I mean, those are popping right there. They got the maroon helmets popping on top of the black on black. So that's pretty exciting.
Making statements all over the field.
They are.
So tonight, due to the fact that there's opportunities, it's in my mind tonight, Josh, the game is all about looking to find and maximize those opportunities for Whitehouse.
Yes, sir.
Here's the deal. 5 of Jacksonville's opponents this year have been able to run for over 200 yards against them. And we know that Whitehouse likes to run the ball. We know they like to run the ball with a downhill, strong run, if possible. And I think if they're willing to stick with the run tonight, they might be able to see some success.
Okay.
My keys for Whitehouse tonight, I'm halfway through the year. We'll start something new.
There we go.
Keys for success for Whitehouse tonight. Number 1, solid fundamentals on defense. Jacksonville hasn't scored a whole lot of points this year. In fact, if you compare Whitehouse and Jacksonville side by side,
very similar,
and you throw out the Woodrow game, which it's real, they played it.
I know they played it. It's real. Game, Chris.
But it was a bit one-sided on Whitehouse's behalf. If you throw that game out, statistics are almost exactly the same between Jacksonville and Whitehouse. And
about 14 points scored, about 45, 46 points against per game. Yeah,
exactly. So for Whitehouse, the key is going to be solid fundamentals on defense. Can't give up big plays, can't have coverage breakdowns. Key number 2 is to limit the free yards. Last week we saw a whole lot of returns, 150-plus return yards for Texas High. We can't do that. Whitehouse can't do that this week. And then finally, the third key for Whitehouse tonight is going to be to run the ball relentlessly. Now, that's my take on it. Run the ball relentlessly and choose your spots to throw and choose them well. Okay. Because there are some teams, like we saw NAC, 404 touchdowns passing.
Yeah.
There's a chance to be able to throw the ball on them, but you're going to have to find that.
410 yards, not touchdowns.
400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Oh, you said it right.
I got ahead of, maybe, I don't know.
Chris, we got a beautiful American flag.
We do.
We're gonna go to the national anthem. We'll be right back.
Our national anthem, led by the Whitehouse High School Band.
All right. Thanks for sticking with us, Chris. We're excited about this game. We will have kickoff coming up for you in just a few minutes, but real quick, let's hear from a couple of our gold sponsors.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, we are back. Chris, what just happened on the coin toss there? I missed it.
Jacksonville won the toss. They deferred. Whitehouse will receive.
Okay.
And defend the south end zone.
Okay, so the Wildcat offense out there first tonight. That's exciting. Jacksonville had all their players on the field for that coin toss. I don't know if that's a tradition of theirs or not, but they were out there ready to rock. So here we go.
Yeah, as long as they don't go past the numbers, it's not seen as inciting a conflict. So they're allowed to step out on the field, but not past the numbers.
I think they're doing the opposite thing. I think they're showing unity by stepping out.
There we go. That's good.
We might only be able to send 4 out there, but in Hearts, we've got 68 out there together. So.
Aren't we like 12,000 strong or something here in the Whitehouse community?
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
12,000 strong. All right, so here we go. JoJo and Zion back deep to receive. JoJo, I think he had maybe 8 or 9 kick returns last week, Chris. They just kept kicking it to him.
Yeah, he definitely had several, and he took a beating on a few of those.
He did.
Showed a little promise, a little pop.
He did.
We were hoping he would be able to spring one, but Texas did a good job of covering those lanes.
Felt a little bit like the Coyote, you know? He had a couple holes a couple times, and guys would just fly out and get hit by a rocket or something, you know? And all right, so here we go.
The old down on a knee.
Got the 3-point stance.
Oh, with the arms back, track style.
All right, kickoff's a high kick to Zion. He gets it about the 14-yard line. Here he comes, cutting back left, going up. He's got a little gap in the middle. Breaks it out across the 40 and lands right about the 40-yard line where the Wildcat offense will start.
Yeah, we saw seen a lot of penalties on special teams in the last week or so at all levels. Great job there by Whitehouse to hold off on a block right where the runner was running. And Zion just jumped through that small gap that he had there and picked up all the way out to the 40. It's fantastic.
You could say Zion zap-zapped right through there.
He did. He did that.
So here we go. Good starting position. Austin Holmes in at quarterback. Starting running back tonight's Jacaden Robbins, number 24. Got a little stacked over here on the left side. Let's see if they throw it out real quick to Zion. They do. There's the catch. He's got a little room. Gets outside across the 45 to the 50 and steps out. Looks like just on the other side, right at the 50 is where they've got a mark. So one play, one first down, Chris.
There you go. And you like that. That's a good starting play to kind of test out what's our guy going to look like versus your guy. Can we make a juke on the outside? He did twice and basically took no hit, got slightly pushed out of bounds. Great gain to start, 10 yards.
Good block by JoJo that time.
Yes, JoJo, good job.
Is JoJo at quarterback? JoJo's at quarterback. He keeps it this time. Oh, a big hit, spun around, but he hops back up. So it looks like, Chris, we were talking about this earlier. It looks like they might play JoJo back at quarterback some this week.
And I think that's going to be a wrinkle that's put in here. Like we talked about at the beginning, teams able to run a good bit on Jacksonville pretty consistently. And one of the things we've missed the last couple weeks is JoJo's hard running from the quarterback position. And if they're going to move it around like this, it'll be very interesting because it'll keep Jacksonville's defense completely off balance.
That's right. Now, the question is, Austin was in on that play, so now JoJo at running back this time. Boy, they've just got guys all over the place. Zion goes in motion. Austin back to throw. He's got JoJo open on the screen, but a couple guys right there. Boy, Zion was wide open out in that flat. I know the play wasn't designed to go out that direction, but, man, Whitehouse might come back to that. Zion had all kinds of space up top.
Yeah, I don't know. We had a little bit of a breakdown there. The Whitehouse linemen did a good job getting out to block in space, but then the second-level defenders for Jacksonville were not blocked, and they were there to make the stop right after JoJo caught the ball. I like what we're doing, some creativity here on offense. Looks good. Hopefully they don't out-scheme themselves, though, here. Just need some good, strong fundamentals, picking up positive yards.
The pass to Diarra, a little little hook, a little stop, a little 10-yard stop, but the pass was a little bit sooner than he was expecting. Looks like he did a 13-yard, and the pass was about 10 yards. So 4th down and 11 after a big first down play. Wildcats look like they're set to punt now. Awesome Holmes back. All right. Boy, you could hear those cheerleaders right there, Chris. We got the cheerleaders right by our field mic, so that's exciting. Keeps it going.
Yeah, it's always an adventure to what sounds are going to get picked up in what way
It's
from
a good
the field
punt,
mic.
end over end, bouncing back.
Oh,
All right, down that time by one of your Malachi Island. Great play. We'll be right back after this quick message.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, so we are back, and indeed, Jacksonville is starting at quarterback. The pass. Oh, sweet pass out that time. I couldn't see the number that caught it, but they are starting with Trent Clater at quarterback, not Ben Bolton. So
yeah, we mentioned that in the pregame that he took a lot of snaps last week at the quarterback position, which he hadn't this year. And perhaps there's, a concern, an injury concern or something going on.
Okay, so Trent Clater at quarterback. Let's see. The numbers are a little bit more hard. And I tell you, every week I have bad eyes, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell you what the number is, the running back. Fake, doing a deep fade down the middle. It's intercepted this time and tackled. The receiver kind of tripped up a little bit, but intercepted that time by Carmelo Perkins. Carmelo didn't trip, and wow, that wasn't Carmelo Perkins. I'm sorry,
that
was
was
Jamarian Thurman.
Yeah, I was hoping that they were going to try to test him this week.
Yeah.
He hasn't, obviously teams have been successful throwing the ball against Whitehouse, but he hasn't himself necessarily been personally tested as much. And I figured if they're going to throw at him, it might be an exciting night, a chance for him to pick something off. That wasn't a particularly well-thrown ball. He made a great play on it.
All right, so Holmes at quarterback to give this time to Robbins, wrapped up and slapped up about 2 yards short. So a loss of 2 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 12. Well, Jacksonville kind of tightening up on defense after that first play or so.
And, they're going to, solid fundamental defense is going to be, we're going to play the run first, and then we're going to try to stop the run on our way to the quarterback, and that's how they played it, and they were successful up front. They've got pretty good size up front. Those 3 down linemen up front are pretty big.
All right, so trips to the left. The throw is a screen. They were all over JoJo, trying to bring it to him, but the defensive back, I think that was number 9 that time, Crockett for Jacksonville, was all over JoJo in the backfield.
Looks like this might be one of those games where you kind of have to, at some point, put a stake down in the field and say, okay, we're not going to let the defense dictate how we're going to do this. They're going to come and even have 11 coming downhill at us like that and blow up screens. We're going to try to go over the top and hit something over top.
Well, let's see. DR is not in. You would think DR when you think going over the top, huh? Jackson Gary motion this time. The fake handoff. Austin throws it. A good pass this time.
Gardner on the outside there. He's going to be so close. Might just be 1 yard short.
Yeah, he's barely. I think they're giving it to him right there. No? Yes, they are. First down. All right. Good.
Outstanding.
Great catch by Gardner, and great just slight move upfield when he caught that ball to get enough yardage for the first down.
The thing that was different on that play than the one we saw that ended the last drive was very decisive by both the quarterback and the receiver, making that cut at the sticks. Diarra last series didn't look very decisive about where to settle down his route and give himself an open spot.
Gardner in motion this time. He's in the flat, caught by Gardner. Oh, he almost drops it. He hangs on to it out to the 40. Pushed back a little bit. Looks like he got about 8 yards on the play. Boy, he caught that ball, and then he didn't catch it, and then he caught it twice.
Caught it twice.
They might give him 2 receptions for that. I don't know.
Wide receiver coach would like just 1 catch, but
Boy, Gardner's all there. He's lined up at the very top all the way across the field to give to Robbins this time. Gets across for the first down, pushing the pile forward a little bit.
There we go.
Here comes some linemen. Oh, they're blowing it dead. Okay. 5-yard gain on the play, enough for a Wildcat first down.
I like the tempo that Whitehouse is playing with here. That's you pick up some momentum, got Jacksonville moving backwards. We're going to keep going, keep going, keep going.
That's right. Thanks to our sponsors, Jamie Whitley with the Schilling Group, and also Rockmore Hardware, who has sponsored all of our touchdowns this season. And
hoping to see one here real soon.
I'm not saying anything, but it might be coming here. So there's a give to fake to Robbins. JoJo's got it. He's got a little space. A big spin, almost gets away. Good tackle. Looks like about 8 yards on the. Every time JoJo gets the ball in his hand, you just never know, Chris.
You know what, though? It's great to see him have the ball in his hands with space.
Yes.
Too much at the beginning of the year. He had the ball in his hands with guys on top of him instantly.
That's right.
And we picked up another first down here, so good production and efficiency going.
So we've seen JoJo a little bit more involved at receiver this game than the previous couple games. So
yeah. Last week he had a few catches. Last week the big surprise was Texas High was able to shut Zion Alexander completely out. He'd become a playmaker at that slot position and had no catches.
The fake to Robbins. Austin keeps it himself. Oh, that's not good. Throws it up. Intercepted by Jacksonville. Gets taken down at about the 13-yard line. So that's where Jacksonville will take over, and we will be back in just a moment.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right, so we are back. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. It's moving fairly quickly. Jacksonville on offense, and sure enough, they've got their quarterback out there. Gives to the running back this time. That's number 7, Caden Boyd. Gets hit. A loss of about 4.5 yards that time. Boy, that
was a great job of stringing that out and not allowing the ball carrier to turn upfield. And we had some Wildcats rallying to the ball there. That's fantastic.
That was a rally. There was a rally cry going. Now, Ben Bolton is the quarterback now, this time in for Jacksonville. One of the McCowans, you would say. So let's see. I'm kind of excited. I'm a big fan of the McCowans. So let's see what he can do here. To give again on the handoff, and there is a host of Wildcats. It feels like they ran it into a wall of Whitehouse. What happened there, Chris? Why were there so many unblocked Wildcats?
Well, it looked like number 11, who I can't immediately recognize for Whitehouse. That's
Ace Olivares, yeah.
I should know that.
Yeah.
Ace was bouncing back and forth between covering the second receiver and sitting on the edge of the line and kind of an unsure read, and he committed to the line. Oh, that should be false start. He committed to the line and was able to blow up the run there pretty quickly.
You're not an official, Chris.
I know.
Yeah.
That running back took a jab,
here we're going to see Ben throw it up. That's okay. That was ball was overthrown.
A lot of pressure in his face. Pickens there coming from the defensive end position.
Was Pickens coming in and Perkins was on the coverage?
Yeah, Xavier.
Okay, yeah. So Chris makes fun of me sometimes because I make up names.
Well, it's only because he's so excited that
Kadavian Pickens.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
that was a great job of Pickens there putting pressure on the throw.
Yeah.
And Perkins making a good play on the ball itself.
Kadavian, if you were watching last week and you heard me call you Xavier Pitts or whatever I called you, I'm an idiot. All right, we're past that. Here we go. Punt on. Almost blocked. Ball is back. JoJo's back there. He has it about the 46. Shake and bake. Great move. Got him about 5 additional yards. And that's going to bring out the Whitehouse offense. We will be back shortly after these messages.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, we are back. Austin Holmes, I believe, is the quarterback. The give this time. Crossed the 45 down to the 41-yard line. Well, that was some tough running that time by Robbins.
Yeah, we like his style. We like his forward lean. The fact that even if he gets hit in the backfield or just after about 1 yard, he is not going to lose yards. He's always going to go down, gaining yards. And I think the coaches like that too, which is why we've seen him running the ball a bunch in the last couple weeks.
I think so. Have not seen Zamaje tonight.
No worries. He's a playmaker. He'll be on the field.
He'll be on the field. All right, so JoJo at running back this time. Snap back to Holmes. He's rolling out to the right. He's looking, he's digging, he's trying to find some yardage, and he loses a yard. It's a sack that time. Taken down by big number 35 for Jacksonville. That was a great play by Elijah Benavides. Ran him down from behind.
I don't necessarily love the way that play developed. It looked like he had one legitimate receiving threat who was running straight up the field along the sideline. And when that wasn't open, he turned to come back and just run the ball. And it's a little too easy for the defense to cover one guy and still put pressure on the line of scrimmage like that.
Well, it's 3rd down and 5 now. You'd like to get 2 or 3 yards here to make it easier. The pass out to Zion this time. He catches it. He's going to have the first down and a whole lot more.
He's gone.
And guess what, my friends? That right there is your Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown. Zion Alexander. Woo! Boy, that was some speed, Chris.
Yeah, it was. Nice play design. That's, what, the 3rd or 4th time we've seen them with some sort of a screen pass, trying to take advantage of misdirection of speed on defense. And, boy, he had a wide open alley to run through for that one. Untouched for the touchdown.
Untouched. It looked like he was running a track meet that time. So the kick is up and good by Ashton Park. And, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after we hear from Rockmore Hardware. All right, we got some celebration going on here at Wildcat Stadium. Wildcats up 7-0 right now.
Yeah, good reason to celebrate. That was fun.
I mean, we're singing school songs. We got the band playing. We got the cheerleaders cheering. You got the boys over on the bench getting a rest, feeling good about themselves. So a lot of yards tonight. We've only come up with 1 score on a possession, but a lot of positive yardage by the offense tonight.
And I feel good for Austin after that last drive. He did a good job stepping up in the pocket and trying to make the throw over the top. Didn't have enough on it to get it to the end zone.
A bouncer this time. Out to number 2. He doesn't have it yet. He finally picks it up. Rumbling, stumbling, shaking, and baking, and looks like he's going to make it out to about the 23-yard line. On the return was Bubba Suarez Mosley.
A lot of tacklers for Whitehouse, too, in on that stop. And I like that. You know, last week we saw a lot of Whitehouse kicking the ball off, in ways that gave a lot of advantage to Texas High, we'll say. This time they kick it deep, force the guy to catch it and try to make a play with the ball, and defensively they defend it well and tackle him inside the 25. A lot of field in front of Jacksonville for this drive.
That's right, and I think we saw Ashton Park practicing that in pregame.
We did.
That exact kick. So
we wondered if we were going to see the deep kick tonight.
That's right. So back to Trent Clayton at quarterback. He's in. The handoff this time up the middle. Big hit. He goes nowhere, Chris.
That's true. Jaden Bell disrupted things right from the start. with the linebacker blitz. And right behind him, the defensive linemen were there to clean up and keep any positive yards out of the way.
That was sophomore running back Alex Polk with the run right there. He remains in right now.
Yeah, Jacksonville's going to have probably 3 guys running the ball, getting touches tonight in the backfield.
Clater back, takes the snap, throws it out into a little bubble screen, once again out to Polk. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Again, another negative yardage play for the Indians.
That's a great job out there defensively. Looks like Tony Durham at the corner position held him up. A couple of other Whitehouse Wildcats cleaned him up. And they end up losing, 4 yards? It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's...
Again, we talked about at the beginning, good fundamentals on defense will take you far in this game, and that's what Whitehouse is showing here. We've seen this defensive squad play well, even in games that were difficult games for them, and they look prepared, ready to go tonight.
Yeah, Jacksonville's going to need to throw the ball over the top. I have a feeling these runs in the pass to the outside are not they're not open. Oh, linebackers drop back for Whitehouse. He's looking for his receiver. That's going to be out of bounds, though. So, yeah, that was intended to Holman on the side, but he wasn't open.
Whitehouse very fortunate right there, right in front of the umpire. One of the linebackers just absolutely train wrecked one of the wide receivers. I think it was the tight end running a crossing route.
Was it incidental contact?
Oh,
Chris?
no, it was very accidental.
Oh,
it was not
was
incidental at all. I mean, he ended up on the ground 5 yards away from where he got hit from behind,
that's
too.
Disappointing. That's
and
disappointing.
Thankful no flag.
All right, a punt coming out. JoJo back. Says nobody touch. It's out of bounds. That might be just over the 40-yard line. Let's see where they mark it down. Right there at the 45-yard lines where the Wildcats will start. We will be back in just a moment.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is...
All right, we are back. Snap is back to Holmes. The give to Robbins. Pulled and tugged, but he might have lost a yard, but then he jumped forward for a gain of 2 yards.
Yep, you always know you're going to get positive yards, and we can live with that. Absolutely. 2nd and 8, much better than...
The give again to Robbins this time. The sophomore across the 40-yard line down to the 39-yard line. Gain of just about 3 more yards brings up 3rd down and 4, and Whitehouse is moving quickly, it looks like.
And the whole playbook's open now on 3rd and 4, which is a lot of fun. And I imagine even if they don't pick it up, they're in a position on the field where they can go for it on 4th down as well.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. There's no punting going on here. So let's see what happens. JoJo comes left, Gardner to the right. Tight end in the back. Motion this time by Gardner. Snap is back, rolling to the left. He's got Gardner in the flat. He's open to the 30 and the 20. 1 man to beat if he can stay on his feet. And he does. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown. Jaden Gardner. What a great effort by staying on his feet and getting in the end zone.
Yeah, I don't have that balance or body control.
No.
By no means. I'd have been down. Great job for him to earn himself that touchdown.
That was about 15 yards if I would have fallen down every single yard, and he stayed on his feet. A fantastic play. Again, open out there. Park kick is up, and it's good. Right into the back of the band. And we'll be back. Your score, 14-0. Wildcats are up. Let's hear from Rockmore Hardware. are back. So we are seeing, it's a lot of fun, Chris. We're seeing a lot of pop from our offense. And we got Zion. We got Ace making plays on defense. We got JoJo with some catches. Austin
This is exactly what we want. When a full team participation, full team victory.
That's right. The defense is just nasty right now. Indians are going to have to figure something out if they're going to, if they're going to make some opportunities to try to score tonight. The kick is up and deep.
Way
once
over his
again.
head. It's going to be a touchback. We haven't seen a touchback since game 1.
Okay.
In Dallas.
Boy,
when the wind was blowing.
Ashton Park taking it out on the football right there.
Everybody's pumped up. Even the kicker's putting the ball through the end zone. Here we go.
All right. He's feeling good. I think he wants to kick a 50-yarder tonight, Chris.
Hey.
I see it. I see it by the way he's walking onto the sideline. He's wanting to do some sort of a...
Everybody's looking to make noise tonight.
That's right. All right, so here we go. Once again, Jacksonville comes out, and they're alternating. Ben Bolton back out there this time at quarterback. Snap is back. The throw outside to Holden. He drops it, but they're calling that incomplete. That almost looked like a lateral. That was to Holman that time, incomplete.
Well, Josh, there's no such thing as a lateral anymore. It's now forward pass and backward pass. And if it is a backwards pass, that's a live ball.
What's a sideways pass, Chris?
Well, it's either forward or backward. According to the official's discretion.
Okay.
It either travels forward or it travels backward.
What if it doesn't travel forward or backwards? It travels just sideways.
I don't know what the tie goes to. Tie goes to an incomplete pass.
They got the wildcat formation this time. A direct snap to Jordan McGowan. This is a junior athlete, so gets about 3 yards on the play.
And I'm not sure who that was at the very end, but someone was lined up for a beautiful hit 2 yards out of bounds for Whitehouse and absolutely held up. Played selfless ball, smart ball, and instead of being a 15-yard extra, just a 3-yard gain.
Ben Bolton this time doing the out route a little bit high. He's been high on almost all of his passes. It looked good. It had some zip on it, but just a little bit high. So that's going to bring it 4th down, and Jacksonville brings on their punting team.
Jamarian was in coverage there again. I don't know that he's the guy I'm going to throw against tonight if I'm Jacksonville and I'm looking for where my best matchup might be.
Sure.
We know he wants to fight for that ball. So be an interesting chess match to see how Jacksonville tries to find some offense here moving forward.
All right, so JoJo back deep. I'm feeling one right here for JoJo. Oh, that's a line drive kick. Maybe not this time.
It literally looked like somebody threw that ball.
Yeah, that was a knuckleball, Chris.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, I know I've said before in this broadcast booth, like you want your returner to step up and catch that ball. You want your returner to have nothing to do with the kick like that.
That's
Just
right.
get as far away from it as you possibly can.
Run away. Down by number 53, Toby Simpson.
All things considered, it's actually fairly effective. That ball ends up downed inside the 30 for Whitehouse, and they've got a good bit to go, which hopefully all that means is that they get to stack up some yards before they score another touchdown here.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so here we go. Quarter almost over. Maybe just a play or two left. Trips right. To give to Robbins. Oh, goodness. Got blindsided that time, but Robbins still carries it forward for about 4 yards.
Protected the ball well.
He did take care of the ball.
Offensive line opened up a nice hole for him there. It looks like defensively Jacksonville's going to stick with 3 dedicated down linemen, and Whitehouse was able to find a hole there between the 3 of them.
Yes, sir. All right, well, that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Bear with us. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, here we are, start of the second quarter. Thank you, Jamie Whitley and the Schilling Group, for sponsoring us, our gold sponsor. Austin Holmes running around the place, gets ahead for about 6 yards before he gets taken down.
About 22 yards of running to pick up a yard there.
No, yeah, it was just one. It wasn't 6. I forgot where we started from, Chris.
Oh, yeah, it was 2nd and 6.
Yes.
Now it looks about 3rd and 5.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
But
what about
decisive.
3rd and 4? Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things you can say. One of the things we're going to praise this young man for, he's being very decisive tonight. He's
Yes.
making a decision. He's moving quickly. And he tried to force a throw deep one time, stepping up in the pocket, which is exactly what you want to see. Unfortunately intercepted, but he's more than made up for it.
He looked like Josh Allen his rookie year. Pass to JoJo is complete, a little out route. That's enough for about 10 yards in the Wildcat first down.
I was watching JoJo run that route. He identified the spot between 2 second-level defenders and gave his quarterback a good patch of space to throw him open, and first down Whitehouse. This offense is clicking, looking good tonight.
Clickety-clank, tickety-tank. All right.
Jacksonville's going to try to have to find a way to put some pressure on the quarterback. They can't just allow him to be able to dissect the defense throwing like he is so far.
All right, here we go. The snap is back. The give to Robbins. Finds a little bit of room and makes a couple more runs, again putting his head forward, and gain of about 4 yards.
And that time Jacksonville decided to bring a blitz off the right side of their defensive line. Whitehouse picked it up beautifully. It did not affect the movement of the offensive line to open up the hole, and Whitehouse still able, running straight at the blitz, to pick up 4 yards on the run play. This is exactly what you want to see.
Chris, do you remember, random question, do you remember about 10, 9, 8, 7 years ago when there used to be fireworks going off over the other side of the stadium around the third quarter? Those crazy kids. We got a reverse by Zion across the 50. Ooh, gets grabbed by his helmet. No call. They called it fair, but that's going to be enough for a Wildcat first down. Zion that time on the reverse. Wow. Looked like a vicious tackle. I thought he kind of grabbed him high, but the official felt like it was clean and good to go.
He just spun him by it. He didn't necessarily bring him down with it. I think that's why they held off on the horse collar penalty.
Okay.
I like the way that they're finding ways to get the ball in Zion's hand tonight. Again, last week he did not have a single catch, which that's not what you want to see from one of your more electric playmakers on offense. And the coach is doing a great job tonight.
Snap is back. Give to Robbins. Got a good. Oh, he breaks a tackle. He's moving around, makes some moves, gets outside and drags the defender another several yards. That's going to be enough for another Wildcat first down. Great run by Robbins.
I love the confidence that he's being able to build here tonight. He has very subtle shiftiness. You know, he's not making jump cuts like we see some of the other more athletic. I don't want to say he's not athletic, but he's not out there making jump cuts like we saw when some of the other guys had the ball in their hands. Very subtle in his shiftiness and able to really stay away from taking major hits and find extra yards there on that run.
Well, Robbins just a sophomore, and it feels kind of like tonight's his breakout night. So, all right, the snap is back to give this time up the middle. Some good moves, some spin moves, and he's dragging. You know who that is, Chris.
That's John Grimes
That's
right
John
there.
Grimes right there. We
Love
love
it.
We love some John Grimes.
Nice change of pace there. A little bit of a iffy handle on the ball right from the start. He decided to make up for it by putting every different move that you can make pressing the controllers into one run right there. Got a little spin, got a little juke, got a little turbo boost and carry the pile.
And he had a little Grimes in there, man.
That's right. That's a Grimes run. That's what that is.
That's a Grimes run. We love the Grimes run. Grimes has a little speed, a little finesse, a little power, all of the above. So 1st and 10. Snaps back, give to Grimes again. He finds a spot to jump and run up in. Gets taken down from behind, but not before he gains 6 yards on the play. Oh, late flag. We got some Got a little late activity, Chris.
There's a little bit of pushing there. I saw a white jersey go flying. Hopefully this isn't just a white jersey went flying, so therefore the guy in black is the guy who committed the penalty.
Wow.
Nope.
No, they're pointing at Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's backing up like they're accepting.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 11 of the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down, Whitehouse.
So unsportsmanlike conduct.
Whitehouse players are exulting in that penalty call a little too much.
In a very sportsmanlike way.
That
Waving
is
their
true.
arms.
They could be making obscene gestures. They're
That's
only
right.
making celebratory gestures.
No Jerry Jones gestures going on there.
Oh.
Oh, offsides. You got a free play coming up. Throwing it up. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Well, intended that time to Aiden Wright over there.
Aiden
hadn't
did a
seen
good
that.
job, of playing defense, and then at the last minute tip drill to himself.
Yeah. That is offside, so it'll be half the distance. And repeat first down.
That was an exciting play.
That was exciting, you know? It's
Thankfully,
always-
that didn't play out like, who was that a few weeks ago? Thought they had the free play
Oh, yeah.
on fourth down, threw it up, and they never threw the flag. And
Yeah.
they ended up losing the game.
Yeah.
It was a college game, I think, a couple of weeks ago.
Yep. Okay, there we go.
So it's a half the distance instead
Yeah.
of a full 5 yards.
Yeah, which I think we probably knew. And, there's nothing more exciting about the offsides snap, and you have a free play. Okay, Austin Holmes at receiver this time, split out to the left.
Feeling JoJo
at
might
running
run
back.
this ball, huh?
Well, either JoJo or he'll give it to the Grimes. Well, it looks like we just gave him 5 yards back. Now, see, when something like this happens, the first penalty is half the distance, but then this one's going to be a full 5 yards. So it's not a fair tit for tat.
It really isn't. That's a
No.
good point.
It's not fair. Oh, they're going to talk about it, though. They might be putting this one on Jacksonville, too. No, they're not. Let's see if Jacksonville returns the celebration.
Ball start on the offense, on the center. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
On the center.
Yeah, he did the center dirty there by calling him out. But
He did. You didn't. There's no need for all that. All right, so here we go. Austin Holmes back at quarterback. Grimes at running back. Snaps back. Grimes, no. Austin keeps it, cuts it back up and in. Only about a maybe 2-yard gain. So
that's kind of what I was expecting to see on the last play when JoJo was
Yeah.
at the quarterback position. And that might have been the better call with him in that position. I know Austin is working hard out there, developing confidence, but he's definitely not the same kind of runner as JoJo is.
you don't think JoJo is going to throw it to Austin?
Hey, I think
That'd be
that
sweet.
they really have so many different options open to them with
Yep.
how well they're playing right now. And you can afford to be creative here on the goal line.
So here we go. We can see our field mic is right down there. Oh, there's a pass to Zion, complete. He's gonna fight his way into the end zone, Chris. There's your Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown.
Love it.
Zion Alexander, number 2 of the evening.
That's it. Having a great night. Did you see that defender grabbed him by the helmet?
I did.
And then realized, I can't tackle him like this or it's going to be a penalty. Let him go, and there was nothing else keeping him out of the end zone.
Oh,
so Zion
man.
was in for the touchdown.
Wowza. The score 20-0 now. And, boy, this is just going the Wildcats' way, Chris. We're not used to all this. Field goal kick is up and good. And once again, we will hear from Rockmore Hardware. We'll be right back.
That brings your score. Whitehouse 21.
All right, Chris. Now, listen, Carly Moore remembers the fireworks, brother. They beat John Tyler. Was that 39-38? That was Mahomes' senior year, right?
You know, this is going to sound terrible.
Okay.
No, I did go to games back then. I definitely did. I remember Dylan was in my class and went to games, watched Patrick throw him the ball.
Yeah. Well, we used to have some unruly students who would hide over there in the bushes and shoot fireworks up. And
look at that one.
There's another touchback.
That thing landed 5 yards deep in the end zone. He got all of that one.
He sure did. We could be doing this every week, Chris, or kicking it. Now they get it to 25, right?
No,
So,
I think it's a 20, isn't it?
no, I think it's a 25 on kickoffs and 20 on punts.
Okay.
So, I mean, last week you were saying just kick it out of bounds, right? Well, just kick it out of the end zone.
Contextually,
Oh,
with what was happening last week, kicking it out of bounds made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I feel like if they had the confidence that they could kick the ball like this, into the back half of the end zone, then definitely let's kick the ball through the end zone.
all right. So here comes Jacksonville now. 2 backs this time back there. Clater in at quarterback. There's the give this time. A pretty good run. He keeps pushing. That's going to be number 28's Polk, sophomore.
Picks up about 3 yards there on the run.
And he fought for him.
Yep.
He worked hard for those, and he got them. So Indians line up quickly. Clater calls the play in. Let's see. Snap is back. The give again to Polk. And once again, he fights ahead. He's short by about 1 yard. That'll bring up 3rd down and 1. But the Indians got a little something going here.
Again, we talk about this a lot, but that downhill run game, we're not going to waste any time moving laterally in the backfield. We're just going to come downhill straight at the defense strong. It's effective.
Snaps back to give him Gowan this time. He's looking for some room, gets around the end. He's going to make it across the 35 to the 38. Oh, that was close. Kind of got flung around out of bounds. Luckily, he was not.
Caden McGill showing some. That's twice now Whitehouse defenders have laid off making an illegal hit out of bounds and did not, like our keys to the game, no free yards on penalties.
No free yards on penalties. There's the key.
Make them drive the entire field and earn every yard themselves. Don't give them anything for free.
All right, so Jacksonville now has found a little something with the run game. They're going to throw it out this time to McGowan with the catch, and there's a little room this time. Looks like they've got an illegal block, though, is what I'm thinking, and another flag flies in at the end. So let's see.
This should be interesting.
Yeah, I think it was a block in the back over here. I think they both got the same thing, it looks like.
Jacksonville did a good job there of flipping the field and bringing an extra receiver to the low side of the field, and Whitehouse not prepared to defend him, and that's why he was able to get yards like that. Might get called back because of a block.
Let's hear.
Holding. 88 of the offense. 10 yards. Still 1st down Jacksonville.
That's holding on Holman that time. Holman having probably not his best night. Maybe he'll find a rhythm here in a little bit. All right, so that's gonna push the Indians back, and looking at 1st down and 16 now. Yeah, we've got Wiley the Wildcat is right down there by our field mic playing with the kids. So all the joyful laughter you hear is that's Wiley the Wildcat, the mascot. All right, here's a pass this time. Complete. Okay, gets wrapped up, taken down by, that was Ivers and Jaden Bell were there. Some good hustle, but not before they got back several yards that time.
Yeah, Malachi Allen came flying in there. Looked like he might make a play on that ball.
That was Bubba on the catch. Passes back. He's going down the seam. He's got a player, but, knocked away. Was that Malachi Allen?
Nope,
Yeah.
that is number 10.
That's Malachi.
Is it? Is it
can't
18?
see.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 18, I think.
Oh, back-to-back.
I mean, we don't have...
Back-to-back on the ball.
Yeah, it's 18.
You're right, it
Yep.
is. Yeah. Jersey
mean-
bunched up, so it made it look like a 10.
There's Malachi Allen he's a specimen, Chris.
He was all over the field. He was in the backfield the play before, and then he's 40 yards down the field on that one in a hurry-up situation.
There are not many kids like Malachi out there, man. He looks good and looks the part, and speedy, and a great heads-up play right there. 3rd down and 8.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Pass right down the seam, wide open that time.
Found the tight end some room.
Oh, goodness. Not
Looked like nobody wanted to tackle him.
No, it looked like everybody else was waiting for someone else. Malik Massenberg on the catch, the tight end, right down the seam. And it's almost like one guy pushed him into another guy who pushed him back, and then he was free run. So
I really thought they were going to. They brought motion out to the side here and stacked the receiver, and they were primed to throw that like outside with a blocker in front. And instead, they snuck the tight end straight up the field and had him wide open.
So Indians' best drive of the night by far. They give to Polk. Nothing there. In fact, he continues to keep pushing. Well, he might have lost an extra yard. Well, they're not going to mark him back too far. Loss of 2 on the play will be 2nd down and 12.
Jaden Bell initially there got hands on him and looked like he was going to drag him down for an even bigger loss. His brother said we should give him grief when he does something.
Yeah.
He started a good play there, had the chance to make it a great play, but it is what it is. It's a great job,
and his brother's,
solid defense.
His brother's on the camera right now. So
about that?
Maybe his brother can manipulate the camera next time to help him actually get that tackle. All right, that's all. We're only doing that because Dylan told us to. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 12. A quick pass the outside. One man to beat. He gets around him, but then great hustle by the defense getting out there to make that tackle. Only a gain of 1.
That door was open for a second, and then it shut very quickly. That Wildcats secondary doing a great job of rallying to the ball carrier. I think he made a bad decision by cutting inside off of that block. If he'd have rolled and went to the outside, he'd definitely have had more room.
All right, so here we go. Snap is back. He's going deep to the end zone. He's got a man. Oh, my goodness. That's Jordan McGowan. Pass from Clater is complete. Boy, there was a couple defenders there, but he went up and caught that ball.
That's one of those situations where the ball is underthrown a little bit, and because the receiver is able to see it, he can make a play on it, whereas the defender thinks it's coming to a certain spot. And I know Jamarian was back there in the safety position. Wish he could have that one back and have eyes on the ball from the start.
All right, Chris, I've been waiting for this all night, okay? Oh, we have an official.
On the defense. That penalty being forced on the kickoff. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
So touchdown, Jacksonville, holding against the defense, but they're going to put that on the kickoff, so they'll have a good position. And here's the deal, Chris. That on the score now, the Indians now have 6, 7. How about that? All right, after that 6-7, Jacksonville has 7. We'll be right back.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right, Chris. Hey, what just happened with Jacksonville's offense, man? They just came alive there, Chris.
They definitely found something with the quick hitting pass game. And then what they did was they set up what looked like another quick outside pass and instead faked it basically and then let the receivers go deep. And so Whitehouse was looking to attack the outside quickly. And then, oh no, we have to fall back and play deep defense. Yeah. And they were able to fit it in there between the corner and the safety.
The kickoff from Whitehouse's 45 is an onside kick. The ball is loose on the ground. I think the Wildcats have recovered it. That was a very smart play that time by Jacksonville. You're kicking off from the Wildcats' 45, so you might as well try to put the ball on the ground, see if you can get it. So a great kick. Wildcats do come up with it. Now bring it first down. Yeah, Chris.
They executed that quite well. It bounced over the first line of receivers on the kick return team. And the problem was for Jacksonville, they literally only had one guy in position to make a play on that. If they'd have had more than one guy, it probably would have been a 50-50 proposition on who came up with that ball once it was on the ground.
All right, so now 2.5 minutes left. Keep in mind, we have the Whitley halftime show coming up for those of you that aren't out at the stadium tonight. A lot of people here at the stadium. To give this time to Robbins, grabbed by the shoulder pad and forces himself forward for another 4 yards, it looked like, 3 yards. But, yeah, we'll have the Whitley halftime show coming up. Excited about that. We're going to see the full band show tonight. Going to get to see the First Ladies do their thing. And fake handoff. Austin's going to go deep. He's got Zion down the seam. Zion makes the catch. Oh, well, they're saying he was down.
He was
so
down.
it's complete.
They're
both, both officials are going to mark it complete, and there is no instant replay. So that is a catch, Chris. That is a huge.
Beautiful throw. Beautiful throw.
Attaboy, Austin. And Zion, great focus on catching that ball right over the safety. So that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We have 1:58 left. And just to remind you about the Whitley halftime show, let's hear from Jamie Whitley.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, we are back. Hey, and listen, we have the advantage. We're watching the live stream, which is about 15, 20 seconds behind, so we're able to watch that again. That absolutely was a catch that time.
Yeah, producer Zach said that I was right in saying that the ball's down.
And if producer Zach says that it was a catch, it's a catch.
It's a catch.
Yeah, he's our instant replay guy.
And for good measure, Zion went and recovered what wasn't, but could have been a fumble.
That's right.
So,
yeah, he jumped on it. So, all right, snap is back. Robbins back in, takes the ball, carrying across the 20. Gosh, some great running tonight by Robbins. 5 yards on the gain.
Look at that. Every offensive lineman for Whitehouse, 7 yards down the field, they're making blocks.
Just not used to 5 yards a pop. This is great, Chris.
It is.
For the
It
Wildcats.
is.
So
a lot of momentum being generated up front. Whitehouse able to put those defensive linemen on skates for Jacksonville, pushing them backwards.
Running the clock down a little bit. He's got JoJo running a slant. Oh, it's going to be interference. Here comes the flag. Yeah, that was
nice throw by the official.
JoJo ran a slant and then turned it up right at about the hash mark, and he had him beat, and they grabbed him and pulled him down. So
forced that interference call. It's a good throw again by our
Austin Holmes looking
Austin
sharp.
doing a heck of a job, just growing in confidence. You can literally see it quarter by quarter.
Another half the distance. It's not going to be first and goal, I don't believe. It's going to be first and 10 at the maybe 11 or 12. At the 11.
Well, foul happened in the end zone. That should count for something.
Yeah, they might talk about that here.
Yeah, I think they're going to figure it out here.
No, they called it half the distance, so we're wrong, Chris. Oh, whoa, there they go. Down to the 6.
I don't
Well, that's not
remember
half the
where the
distance.
ball was snapped last time, but now it's being snapped inside the 5.
All right, still 1:27 on the clock. Wouldn't hurt to run some time off. Robbins does get tackled. Uh-oh.
Well, those whistles were blowing for several seconds before that ball came out.
Carter Willingham driving his man back into the end zone on defense. He was not happy with that block, but Willingham with a good one there. So clock is running. I might slow down here a little bit if I'm the Wildcats. Touchdown! Robbins takes it untouched and goes into the end zone. 59.8 seconds left. That's your 4th Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown of the evening. First one for Robbins.
This is a lot of fun here if you're a Wildcat fan. Being able to see the offense just respond. The only way they've stopped was that very first drive, unable to connect with DR on the pass, and then the interception. Other than that, it's touchdowns all around.
There it is. Park with the kick. It's up. It's good. For those of you wondering what you're doing tomorrow, I know what you're doing. You're going to Rockmore Hardware. All right, Chris. Quick quiz, Chris. If you go to Rockmore Hardware tomorrow, are you going to buy A, a hammer, B, a saw, or C, screwdriver?
If it's me, actually, it's
Yeah.
none of the above. My
Okay.
wife's got a list going because we're doing remodeling in one of our rooms. What was one of the kids' bedrooms going to become an office now. And I already saw the list, and she even priced things out. So I'm going to be busy here in the near future.
So what are you buying from Rockmore Hardware tomorrow?
Oh,
Yeah. We'll come back to that. Get caught going around the right end. Contain collapses over there. Gets pushed out of bounds around the 38-yard line. That was McGowan. That's the last time he touched the ball, he scored a touchdown on a deep fade route. So McGowan about 60 yards in the last two plays there. 52.5 seconds left. I believe the Indians have all three of their timeouts, which could be a little concerning if they're running down the field like they did last drive.
and on that kick return, a heck of a job blocking by number 2, Bubba Suarez Mosley. He latched on to a Whitehouse defender and literally pushed him about 15, 20 yards down the field without a penalty. And for Whitehouse now, you didn't want to leave this much time on the clock, and you definitely didn't want to give them a short field with less than a minute left to be able to get a easy touchdown. Oh, look, that tight
Timeout.
end. That tight end was going.
Yeah, Westberg
They're trying to
called
sneak that tight end out again.
Westberg called a timeout there. Chris, I don't know if this is true or not, but I believe, if my memory serves me correct, is that Jacaden Robbins' first career touchdown? You remember if he scored another one?
He
this year?
scored last week. He
Okay.
scored a rushing touchdown last week.
All right, so he had his first career last week, following it up with another one this week. That's exciting. He's
Yeah,
got
for a
his-
sophomore, I don't know where he was on the depth chart at the start of the season, but we've seen 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4 running backs carries before him.
Yeah.
But I think they found a guy that they like who, as we watch him run, he's got that, shifty, able to kind of shrug off big hits, and he's always running with a downhill lean, picking up positive yards, and you got to like that.
Yeah.
Those are all positives.
Yeah, I think he was fourth. I remember watching him during the scrim. Oh, look at this. We got tackles flaring out.
That poor guy on this end had to run a long
This is going
way.
to be trouble. Nope, it's not. Oh, the pass over the top. Some guys there pushes him out of bounds. So they ran their tackles out, had a tackle and a tight end on each side ready to block for a running back and or a receiver on either side. So that was interesting, Chris.
And Whitehouse defended that well. You put people in front to make it difficult to complete that throw where they have to throw it high and, make it more of a 50-50 proposition on is he going to catch it and then is he able to really to do anything with it after he does.
When you saw Jacksonville throw it to the short side of the field, I wonder if they would have. Oh, he's looking to go deep. Ball is passed out of bounds, incomplete that time.
Good coverage by Perkins over there, number 4.
Intended receiver was Bubba. Suarez Mosley is his last name, but
He's working hard tonight. He really is.
yeah,
He's
he
working
is.
hard.
All right, so 3rd down and 5. Let's see, 38.2 seconds left. So watch out, watch that seam right down the middle. Let's see if we're doing anything to correct that because that's been wide open. Okay, nothing there. Oh, it looks like he gets hit, hangs onto the ball, slips away. He's going to get a first down, gets out of bounds. Boy, he got hit a couple times. I thought he put the ball on the ground at one point.
And I think we literally just saw why they like him at that quarterback position. He just killed about 3 angles of defenders coming up to make a stop there. Carter Willingham thought he had a beat on him, thought he had the right angle, and then he was gone.
Trent Clater, the what did you say? He killed the angle.
He
the
killed
angle
some
beater.
angles there,
Clater
yeah.
the
We got
angle
a flag
killer.
here down the field where there was some blocking going on.
Was it after the play?
It was during
After the play.
or after.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 2 of of the offense.
Yep.
Bubba.
15-yard penalty. Still third down.
Still third down. No, if
Oh,
that was after the play.
Yeah. The flag
they-
was thrown while the play was happening, I saw.
Well,
I
I saw the hit. It was a block out of bounds,
Okay.
and but it was after the quarterback had already run out, so it was a late hit. So, yeah, they have first down marked over there,
Yeah, so there.
but he said third down. So let's see what happens. Who knows? Okay, he's back. He's looking. He's got nothing.
That was
And there he is.
Pickens with a big sack.
Kadavian Pickens, a.k.a. Nick Bonito. Let's go.
In the right place at the right time,
That's
and
right.
there was no way he was letting that one slip through his fingers.
Good job, Pick. Yeah, that was.
Now that's what we call a coverage
I
sack
was about to
because
say,
he
yep.
was that quarterback was looking like a solid 3 seconds of looking, couldn't find an open receiver that he wanted to throw to, tried to make a move in the pocket, and the pass rush was there to swallow him up.
25 seconds on the game clock. 25 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He stood back there forever. So Pickens got him, but he not horrible blocking by Jacksonville's offense. It's just not designed. It's hard to keep the blocks for 7 or 8 seconds. So.
It is. So Whitehouse kicked this thing off at, I think, 102. We saw the big kickoff return out to the 40. We saw Jacksonville cross the 50 and then immediately go back to the 40 and then immediately go backwards another 10 yards.
Yeah, they
all over the place on
they,
this drive.
They kicked off with 59. The kick return ended with 52 seconds. So, yeah, you've literally seen about 30 seconds go by. Here's a snap. Second and all day. Getting outside once again. He's going to have to throw that away.
And that time they did not give him space to be able to turn upfield and turn on the jets like we saw earlier. They corralled him in the corner back there.
Yeah, that was
forced to throw away.
That was Willingham and Franklin, both over there, kind of keeping him from running downfield. So
And the initial pressure came from the big boy there, Xavier Dudley, playing that defensive end spot.
That boy Xavier.
That's funny because you've got the largest defensive lineman playing the end spot, and then you've got Marcus Franklin there in the middle, who's the smallest of the three of them.
Throwing it up and out of bounds. That was intended that time to McGowan, but it was over his head. He had Clater had no time to throw the ball. He just had to chunk it up.
Brings up fourth down.
Which is interesting because now there's 14 and a half seconds left, and they're going to punt it. And let's see what JoJo does here.
Yeah, this is an opportunity for something crazy to happen.
Something crazy. We're looking for crazy.
We like crazy.
We like crazy. Oh, we're getting so close to the Whitley halftime show, Chris. I can't hardly stand it. Jacksonville's band will be up first, and after that, the Wildcats will be coming out. We'll be showing them. Oh, it's a bad snap. Blocked. Crazy. He threw it back in. No, he didn't.
They're marking it out.
What a play that time. Number 17.
That was fantastic.
Chris Stearns dives to the ground and tries to throw it back in, and he does, but they called it out of bounds. There's crazy. 7.6 seconds left, and Wildcats are in a position to put a field goal up, I think. Let's see what they try to do. They might.
They've got 7.5 seconds. Do they have timeouts?
well,
Looks like they've got a couple timeouts.
Yeah,
so
but they're 11 yards out. So
this is one of those like very quick passes.
Yes.
If it's not there, you've got to throw it away very quickly and then give yourself a chance to kick the field goal.
And you can't run all over the field trying to get in the end zone and then not get in. You've got to get down. If you're not going to get in, get down. Call the timeout.
They're trusting Austin with this, so I think they've seen enough to.
Okay, Jacksonville says no. We're going to call timeout here and
That's
talk
probably
about this.
smart.
Yeah.
Can't take them with you. Might as well use them and talk about this.
This is good because I hope Smith and Westerberg just says, listen, guys, don't run across the field and try to do this or that. Just either get in the end zone or get down and let's call a timeout. We'll be just fine.
This is catch the snap, one read, and throw. And either ball in end zone, ball out of bounds, or to the ground timeout.
All right.
You see sometimes even at the next level, the college level and the pro level, them struggle to be able to execute this effectively with this amount of time. It's not a given, let alone at the high school level. So I'm impressed that they're entrusting this to Austin. We're assuming they're going to throw the ball.
Well, we don't.
They may run it and then just try to call a quick timeout. But you don't want to give them the chance to hold up the runner, though, and run the clock out.
All right, well, let's see what we can do. I'm rubbing the Rockmore hammer right now for good luck. Austin's rolling out to the right. He's got JoJo. JoJo gets tackled. They're saying he's out of bounds, so they're going to go kick the field goal now, I believe.
That was a lot of effort for a 3-yard gain. I would imagine they're kicking a field goal, but it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, field goal team's coming out.
There we go.
Got 30 seconds on the clock, so they got plenty of time on the 40-second clock, 30 seconds, down to 25. So they'll get set up. I'm telling you, Ashton Park wanted to kick a 50-yarder tonight. He's going to get his chance right here for just a 25-yarder. This should be a chip shot, knock on wood.
Nothing crazy.
It's up, and it is very good. Boy, he's got a great leg right there.
Very solid.
Well, that brings us to halftime. Your score, Wildcats 31, Jacksonville Indians 7. We're going to take you now to our Whitley halftime show again. We'll be back shortly. Jacksonville's band will be out first, and then we will have the Wildcat Band performance for you. We'll be back shortly.
Hey, Whitehouse, it's halftime. In my family, that's always meant tradition, pride, doing your best, and then making it better. That's Whitehouse, and that's how I sell real estate.
With Texas A&M Commerce, Tyler Junior College, and UT Tyler. If the school funding election were to pass, our tax rate will remain 45 cents lower than 8 years ago. This will keep our tax rate among the lowest in the region. In fact, the average homeowner in Whitehouse ISD would see a $246.81 decrease in their property tax bill when compared to last year. As always, senior residents who have filed their senior citizen homestead exemption will see no increase in their tax rates now or in the future. It's important to note that many school districts in Texas have already passed a school funding election. Early voting is Monday, October 20th through Friday, October 31st. Election Day is Tuesday, November 4th. Whitehouse ISD is committed to transparency. Please contact us at 903-839-5500 if you have questions. Visit WISDschoolfunding.com to learn the facts so you may make an informed decision at the polls. The Whitehouse ISD School Funding Election, a community-driven plan that will impact every student on every campus while keeping our property tax rate 45 cents lower than 8 years ago.
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, rivalries. Every Friday night is game day, but here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every day is game day. Just like on the football field, success behind the wheel of a commercial motor vehicle takes discipline, that's right, focus, that's right, and safety, that's right. That's why we don't just train drivers, we train champions of the road. That's right. And here's the winning play. We're a TPST certified school. That means when you're ready, you don't have to wait for the state. You can test right here in-house. No delay of games, no flags on the field, just results. That's right. If you're ready to stop sitting on the sidelines and start moving your career forward, the season starts now. Get trained, come on. Get tested, come on. Get on the road with a career that pays like a championship win. That's right. Don't wait till next season. Come on. Call CDL Training Academy today and start your CDL journey, because in Texas, whether it's football or trucking, we play to win. Go Five win.
Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
now, introducing the Jacksonville Indian Majorettes directed by Brianne G. Your 2025 to 2026 captains are Sophie McNeil, Andrea Tavera. Twirler of the week is Emily Mondragon. Watch now as the twirlers perform to Dance Again. And now, JISD is proud to present the Jacksonville Fine Indian Band. The band is under the field direction of Senior Drum Major Anaja White and Junior Drum Majors Demetrius Hampton and Mauricio Trujillo. Featured twirler is Abby Barrier. Tonight, the band will perform the Vienna Philharmonic Fanfare, Golden Bear March, and Birds Battling Brigade. Now, at the center of the field, one of the most decorated military marching bands in the state of Texas. That classic look, that awesome sound, that cry heard across the land. The Jacksonville Fine Indian Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your continued halftime entertainment, Whitehouse High School proudly presents the Sweethearts of Whitehouse, the national champion First Ladies Drill Team. Leading the First Ladies onto the field, the officers from left to right, Officer Addison Burkhart, Officer Libby Nealon, Captain Lindy Weatherford, First Lieutenant Quincy Smith, and Officer Sophie Perry. Our sponsors of the week are Lone Star Millworks Incorporated, Epiphany Dermatology, Burns Commercial Properties, C. Cooper Custom Homes Incorporated, Apricot Lane Boutique, Patio Donuts, Total Care Custom Mobility, Bandman Incorporated, Holly Patterson Photography, The Salon Professional Academy, and Jamie Whitley, Schilling Real Estate. Our First Ladies of the week are Lucy Castle and Callie Dews. Tonight, the First Ladies will perform a precision kick routine to Butter. Let's hear it one more time for your First Ladies. The First Ladies are under the direction of Nikki Whitley and assisted by Polly Chenal. Introducing now the Whitehouse High School Majorettes. Tonight, the Majorettes will perform a dance twirl routine to Runaway Baby. Majors Taylor McGee and Addison Bernardino. Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning Whitehouse High School Wildcat Band and Avery McGraw in a performance of pride. Tonight's performance includes music from Incandescent Sky by Robert Sheldon, Robinson's Grand Entry by Carl King, and Pentland Hills by James Howe.
Let's go Cats. How about that Wildcat band? Well, that sounded good, Chris. I tell you what, they are ready for competition. They'll have it next Saturday night. And super excited about being out there in Longview next Saturday. So if y'all want to go out and see them and cheer them on, I think it's next Saturday night in Longview. But at this time, we're going to go to a quick break. Thank you again, Jamie Whitley, for being our halftime sponsor. We'll be back in just a moment.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
Here come the Wildcats. Second half, boy, that was a very fun first half if you were a Whitehouse Wildcat. Maybe not so much if you are Jacksonville Indian, although there were some good signs at the end of the first half from Jacksonville's offense. They came alive a little bit, and their defense played well sporadically, and so hopefully they'll take this opportunity here in the second half to get better, as well as the Wildcats. Maybe put some more points up.
Yeah, Whitehouse clicking in all phases of the game. We saw fantastic plays on offense. We saw a great job on defense, and we saw some special teams magic with the blocked punt that was able to add 3 points right before the end of the half.
Magically. And we saw no injuries by either teams, I don't believe. I didn't see anyone coming up with cramps.
Yeah, we didn't have to take any official timeouts there.
That's right.
That was great. We really moved quickly that first half, which is also a blessing.
It's been a great night. Chris, did you get any, do you head to the concessions during halftime or anything?
No, I'm a old school guy who does not eat when I go to a game.
Really?
From the time that I was 9 years old going to my first University of Miami game, we did all the eating in the parking lot, tailgating, having fun. And my dad was pretty clear, it's too expensive in the stadium. We will not eat or drink anything in the stadium.
See, that's my rule.
And that stayed with me my whole life.
That's beautiful. That's my rule at the movie theaters. Like, we go to the movies.
There as well.
It's like, no.
My mom used to sneak the snacks in and pass them out.
Yeah. That's a good lesson to teach a young child at an early age.
Absolutely.
If you have an opportunity to break a rule.
Yes.
Do it, as long as it benefits you, though, and not if it hurts somebody else, right?
Correct.
That's right.
Correct.
And a little Snickers bar in the pocket never hurt anybody. So, all right, those kids listening out there, that was sarcasm. Please don't take food into the theater if it's
nobody does that
against the rules.
Nobody
That's
does
right.
it.
All right, well, here we go. The kickoff over the head once again bounces into the end zone. Man.
Looked like he was unsure about whether or not he was going to catch that one.
Bubba was kind of standing there thinking, well,
Bubba was like, nah.
I kind of wanted to see him take it.
I'd like to see him say no and then that thing bounce back and kick back so that it's a live ball.
That would have been problematic.
Yes.
As you would.
That's why we don't do that. That's why we don't do that.
That's right. Well, hey, we have a special guest. Other than Zach, the producer, here tonight, we've also got Ben Peterson in the studio with us tonight. Ben Peterson is a graduate of Hardin-Simmons, played a little football out there, and broke some records. Check the Hardin-Simmons record books, and you'll find the name Ben Peterson. All right, so here we go. The sophomore Polk takes off over the 25 across the 30, and they kind of start off where they left off, about a 7-yard gain on first down.
He went looking for blocks and found a couple there, picked up some yards. Whitehouse looked like defensively they were doing a lot of moving around.
Once again, they give to Polk. He's fighting for yards across the first down line and gets 2 extra. So that's another first down. Again, Jacksonville kind of looking like they're ready to run the rock. Whitehouse needs to kind of...
Yeah, defense doesn't look like they've been set yet since the second half started. They're still trying to figure out where to line up. And Jacksonville's not waiting around for them.
No, they're not. Not quite. All right. Well, here we go. Once again... Boyd is not in right now. It's going to be Clater. Goes up, changes the play, perhaps. See Coach Wade over here waving his hands. All right, here we go. Got some pressure up the middle, but he steps up and delivers a pass a little bit high. several Wildcat defenders there.
Thurman making a play on the ball, slapping hands down as the ball arrives, making it difficult for Jacksonville to complete a pass on the outside.
Thurman's not afraid tonight. He's
No.
having a good night.
No, he likes to battle, and we appreciate that. We enjoy that.
All right, so that brings up 2nd down and 10. Jacksonville's had the most success when they put themselves in short yardage situations for 2nd and really 3rd down, but
Oh, here they go, overloading the side again.
Gowan going right. I believe that's Polk still in there. Only gets about a yard this time. Now there's a swarm right there.
I think they might be trying to pull a linebacker out of the box and think that they have a better chance of breaking a run on the inside by running one of the running backs out to the side like that. Whitehouse didn't overreact and kept themselves in good position. Good fundamentals. Stop that thing after a minimal gain.
Pretty
Set
short.
up 3rd and long here.
Yep, 3rd down and 9. So a couple receivers off to the right over here. They've got Holman and McGowan. Let's see. I think Polk's still. Nope, that's not Polk in the backfield anymore. I believe that's Franklin now in. Well, could be wrong. Oh, the pass, the seam wide open that time. Pass to Massenberg again. Boy,
Yeah, Whitehouse has linebackers that like to move around a good bit, and sneaking that tight end straight up the field has worked twice for them now. You know, you want to bring pressure, you want to try to cause some havoc in the backfield. You can't cover everything, and he's the open guy.
oh, wow. That was a big collision right there. That time Franklin, I believe that's Franklin taking the ball.
Yeah, Malachi Allen came up looking for a big hit, and instead he was the nail and not the hammer that time.
Was that Malachi getting knocked down?
That was, yeah.
Oh, he'll be
Yep.
back. He'll be back.
Now watch, he's going to make a play 40 yards deep again,
Yeah,
like
he
we
might.
saw last
The
time.
fake this time. Oh, there we go. Holman with the catch this time. Out of bounds for a loss of about a yard. No, I'm sorry, a
he
gain.
gained 3, but he
Yeah.
did not get the first down.
Yeah,
he needed
he-
one more. He just willingly stepped out of bounds, maybe thinking that he had the first down there.
So 3rd and 1 here. Let's see what the
That's going to
Wildcat
be that's going to be
defense does.
teaching tape come Monday.
It is. Catch that ball.
Yeah, I'm
and-
going to need you to catch that and gain a yard or two.
All right, so in the backfield, Massenberg looks like might be the lead block. Going left. Open out. He's got Holman wide open, and there's the big man with the catch. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, now Holman turned it around. He said, I don't need the first down because I'm fixing to go the rest of the way here in about 2 plays.
And I don't know what happened. There was some sort of, that might have been like a cover 2 where the corner's going to stay closer to the line and the safety's got responsibility deep. And it's hard to, if you can throw a beautiful sideline route like that, you're going to find a window for that receiver to be open. Good throw there by Clater.
Yeah, Clater he just laid it in and put handles on, as my coach would say. All right, for our score now, Jacksonville Indians 14, Wildcats 31, 17-point game. We'll be back shortly after this sponsor.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, so we're back. Jacksonville looking good again on their first drive in the second half. Really kind of like what was really the second to their last drive in the first half before they got backed up in the sack and the penalty and all that. But taking care of the ball, taking what was given to them that time, and the Indians' offense is coming alive here. And Holman came alive.
Yeah, I know we told you at the beginning both of these teams average 14 yards a game scored. So, of course, we were expecting a barn burner, but it's been fun, and we've enjoyed this. So time for Whitehouse to come out and show what they've adjusted and made adjustments for their offense.
Oh, onside kick. Oh, runs into each other. That time the ball taken by Jacaden Robbins ran into his own player. Continued to hold on to the ball, and so that'll give Whitehouse pretty good field position at the 41-yard line.
Heads-up play by the sophomore running back who is showing the coaches more and more that he can be trusted out there.
That's right. You can do whatever you ask him. All right, big third quarter tradition over here. Chris, we got the drum line playing in front of the student section.
Unfortunately, the field microphones are on the other end of the stadium, so we don't get that as a nice background.
That's right.
To the broadcast here for the third quarter.
All right, here we go. Austin Holmes back in. Looks like Robin's in there. Zion going in motion. Give to JoJo. The toss across. He's not going to be able to get out of that.
That's a little extra. And the second guy is going to be the one who gets the flag.
Now, that was someone that's standing on the sideline that gets that flag.
Yep. That's going to be a little, It should be both ways, honestly, if we're being honest here.
It should be. There was a late shove.
We were about five yards out of bounds, pushing and shoving.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but that can't happen.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 8 on Whitehouse. 15-yard penalty.
All right, so unsportsmanlike. Yeah, that was a tough play. JoJo got wrapped up and then pushed out of bounds late, and one of the teammates went to his defense, and it didn't work out well. So second down and what is this? About 18 or not 28, 25? Hang on, 10, carry the 6. There's the give to Caden Robbins, gets wrapped up, gain of about 3 on the play, but that's going to bring up third down and looks like about 23 or so, 24.
Yeah, the worst part about that defense was that it was a dead ball after the play foul, so the down counts and you're taking a 15-yard loss.
Yeah.
That first down play, the way that blew up, he had a chance, JoJo did, had he turned the other direction. We saw the same thing happen to Jacksonville in the first half where they had a blocker out there, threw that stacked short pass to the edge, and he turned the wrong way and only got about a 1-yard gain. Sometimes inches make the difference.
Right, rolling out to the right, throws it up, finds, oh man.
Out of sync.
Yeah, Gardner was there, but it looked like Jacksonville was giving him that short pass and was going to come up and make the tackle, but yeah, it wasn't there. Out of sync is a good way to put it, so that'll bring up fourth down, and our favorite punters in to punt.
Maybe something crazy can happen here.
Maybe something wild and crazy in a good way.
Of course, always in a good way.
That's right. All right. Back to receive. That they just oh my goodness!
Excellent
he got
job
that
getting
off.
that off. Yes.
Oh my gracious! Great play by Austin Holmes, getting possession of that ball and kicking it. All right, we will be right back after a short word from our sponsor.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right, so Jacksonville offense back out here. First down and 10. Oh, big hole up the middle. Strong running that time. And once again, that sophomore is getting heated up. Polk. Big gain on the play. Over the 50 to the 45, and they're going hurry up. They're not slowing down.
Yeah, they found something here. Found a little pop.
Polk gets to the outside this time. Comes back in. It's another, what looked like 10-yard gain. Yep, that's another first down.
Coach is trying to get them to go as fast as possible over on the other sideline.
Yeah, they're hustling. Whitehouse, they're not even lined up right there. Oh, but it don't matter. They stopped at the gap that time and put the plug in. All right, so it's time to get a breath here real quick. Second down.
That'll slow them down for a second for sure.
Second down and 9. Let's see, Whitehouse again trying to get lined up. There's the snap, the quick pass out. Oh, he drops it. So that's going to stop the clock. And, boy, that was a great pass out to McGowan.
He had space.
At least 6 or 7 yards, if not the first down and more.
Whitehouse is playing kind of a dangerous game here when with 2 receivers outside the numbers. They only have 1 defender out there. They're trying to let their outside linebacker kind of play in the space, in the gray between the line of scrimmage closer to the ball and the receivers out wide. And if he'd have caught that cleanly, he might still be running.
All right, so here we go. Snaps back, toss out again. A couple blockers there. He's going to be short of the first down. He stepped out, it looks like at the 31, so 6 yards short. No doubt they'll go for it here on 4th down and 6, unless they want to attempt a 38-yard field goal.
Yeah, he was trying to pick his way around the blocks. His receivers were doing a good job of blocking out there, but Whitehouse was also pushing him and squeezing his space at the sideline.
They're running quick. Oh, they're going to try to get him to jump. Oh, Whitehouse kind of jumps, but they stick in there.
They're not even lined up.
All right, there's the snap. The fake. He's got him.
Ace.
Ace. Ace in your face. Huge hit on the side. Did he come unblocked? I didn't see.
He came unblocked off the edge there. Quarterback just didn't see him.
Great call by Coach Wade right there, calling that blitz. He came in and put a stop to that drive, so the ball will go back to Whitehouse. Once again, good field position out at about the 35-yard line. So, boy, that was exciting.
It felt like the last time that Jacksonville had the ball on offense where they, big movement forward, big movement backward, kind of like roller coaster type swings in field position, both forward and backward. Of course, Whitehouse did that in their first offensive series as well. Let's see if we can refine that momentum.
All right, Holmes in at quarterback. They give to Robbins. Nope, they give to Jamaje. Trying to get up there. I think that's Jamaje. Yes, it is. Mosley in. I think that's the first time we've seen him tonight during a play.
Yes, well rested and ready to hit the hole and gain some yards quickly there.
That's right.
That's a nice explosive run.
About 24 yards on the play, so over into Indians territory. Yeah, he was ready to go. He's been pinned up all night, and he's like, give me the football. And somebody blocked for me, and let's go. So 1st down and 10. Let's see. All right, so we've got Jamaje back there again. The pass to JoJo down the side on a, incomplete. There's a little bit of contact there, but maybe by JoJo. They both look a little dinged up.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was weird.
JoJo looked like he went to the ground. Maybe.
I think he was behind the defender, and then he slowed down.
Yeah, he kind of went to ground, and then the defender tripped over him.
Yeah, something with his ankle there. So it looks okay. We've got a timeout. I tell you, we'll be back in just a moment.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right. We are back. Josh Jarrett here with Chris Brody. We got Zach producing, and then we've got Dylan on the camera tonight with Rob training Dylan. So that's kind of exciting. All right, we had a couple players. They look like they're fine right now. Whitehouse, 2nd down here. Tried to take a shot to JoJo. Didn't work out. But we got a new play now. So Mosley in at running back. Zion on the motion. Oh, that's not Zion. There goes Mosley. Big hole up the middle. There he goes. They're not going to catch him this time. Samaje Mosley touchdown, and that's your first Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown of the second half.
That's like 2 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. It's very explosive.
Yeah, he's ready to go tonight. So number 8 in your program and number 6 on the 6 points on the scoreboard.
Yep. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. All right, so here we are out to attempt the extra point. Oh, high snap. He gets it down. It's not blocked somehow. The kick is up and it's good. That's going to be 38 for the Wildcats, 14 for the Indians. And let's go talk to Rockmore Hardware. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Now, Chris, you left me hanging earlier, man. What are you getting from Rockmore's tomorrow, dude?
Okay, so my wife appreciated that, and she sent me the updated honeydew list during halftime and made sure to note that I needed to pick up drywall screws,
Okay.
which she's absolutely right.
Well, you can get a saw while you're there, too, probably, huh?
I don't think she wants me to be buying power equipment.
It doesn't matter what she wants, Chris, okay? It matters what
I'm
you
going to let you
want.
be the one that says that.
All right.
And I'm going to go home in peace tonight.
He hit the ground before we heard the shot. All
So
right.
another one that bounced in the end zone right there. Fantastic.
Yeah. No, that was, another great kick. And, Kristen, if you're listening, I mean, if the man wants a saw, let the man get a saw from Rockmore Hardware. I mean, 5 touchdowns tonight, you know?
I mean, if we got like a discount deal where every touchdown gets you a certain percentage off.
Okay. Everything you buy at Rockmore is a discount, first of all, okay? All right, here we go. Jacksonville back out here on offense. Snap given to McGowan. Gets around the side, has a little bit of room. Wildcats swarm and stop him. It looks like right at the first down. They're going to give him the first down, so 10-yard gain.
They found something here where they kind of peek their head straight forward and then bounce it to the outside and run around the outside. I think they're trying to put Whitehouse's outside linebackers in a bind and make them commit to either the inside or the outside and then run around them. And we'll see what Whitehouse does to counter the counter.
Okay, there's a give again. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if they're going to catch him. It's a track meet. They do catch him. The ball comes out, but they called him down. Wow, that was Caden Boyd right there showing some serious speed right up the middle, almost untouched. A huge gain on the play. Jacksonville's threatening to score again.
Caden McGill caught up with him there, thankfully.
Now we got a timeout by Whitehouse, so we will be right back in just one moment.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, welcome back to Wildcat Football on NETSN. Josh Jared with Chris Brody. Chris, what's going on? What does Whitehouse need to do to kind of get back on top here?
I'm not exactly sure because when they are picking up momentum like that, they're moving very quickly and it's hard to get an exact idea. But they found some sort of inside-outside run situation where they're exploiting some type of loophole or problem within the Whitehouse defense setup. I think it has to do with the way that they put their wide receivers out wide and they put the linebackers in a bind.
All right, well, let's see. Polkin at running back. And, of course, Clater's in. I think we've seen him the entire second half so far. See the snaps back. The give to Polk. Going around the outside. In and out, in and out. About a 6-yard gain on the play. Well, about 5. bring up 2nd down and 5.
And sometimes when you watch a team play, like on defense, you don't want your defense to be thinking too much because then they're not reacting and moving quickly. They're responding instead of making the first action.
Oh, poke hit in the backfield. Great play. I didn't see who that was. He's getting up. That might have been.
I think that might be Mr.
Is that Pitts? Pickens?
Pickens again.
That's Mr. Pickens. Mr. Pickens, he came into the backfield and just kind of
caused a pile up there.
He did.
That was well played.
Yeah, just a short game. So here's 3rd down. This is obviously 4-down territory. So Jacksonville has 2 plays to get 4 yards. See what happens here. I'm thinking, I thought they were going to throw it to the other side. A little hitch and go. Oh, ball high, incomplete.
Just a little bit behind him, had to adjust in the air and wasn't able to secure it before he came to the ground.
Yeah, that's
But
Sally.
he was definitely open. They're running all kinds of looks off of a stack position out there where they put 2 wide receivers very close together or even stacked on top of each other. They've thrown the ball a bunch, just the quick throw to the one of the receivers letting the other guy block for him. And Whitehouse has been, yearning to step up and try to attack that, and it's gotten them open behind the defense a couple times.
All right, 4th down, big play to give to McGowan. He gets hit. Helmet comes off. He has to stop. That play's over. There's a flag down. So are they going to call ripping the helmet off? I think he just ducked. And the helmet came off, but either way, they're probably going to get. There's only 1 flag, and there's several people that saw it. So let's see what they come up with here.
As these officials talk about it, we've got this.
Here he comes.
Oh.
Well, now.
No, we're going to talk about it some more.
Secret,
got this
secrets.
blood red moon that's coming up over the
look at
horizon.
that. I do see it over there. Quick, go outside and look at the moon. Oh, that's
Player's helmet came off without a foul happening. Therefore, he is down where his helmet came off. 1st down, Whitehouse.
There you go.
His helmet came off without a foul happening.
Yes, it wasn't illegally ripped off his head.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm telling you what, those chin straps are important. That's why you got to get them tight on there. And, all right. Well, here we go. Whitehouse, I think this is the worst starting position of the evening they've had. They've been starting up around 35, 40, and even on the other side. So
this is just an opportunity for Zamaje to add yards to his total for tonight.
And you could tell Mosley's in because he has that Ashton Janty stance right there.
And Jacksonville sees a problem, and they're going to call timeout.
Yeah, they do. We're going to stay right here, and we're going to kind of talk through it. But, yeah, Mosley has that stance where he just stands straight up and down, just like he's waiting on a bus, and to come pick him up or something. And
conserving his energy for after the handoff, like we saw in his last 2 runs.
That's right. Other scores out there of note tonight. Well, I checked at I checked at the halftime, and it looked like Texas High and Marshall. Texas High was up 7-0 over Marshall. Hallsville was up on NAC, if I'm not mistaken, 7-3. And see, I guess at home y'all have some scores flashing by also. I can't see those because I don't have my glasses on, but a lot of good games out there. Wonder how MacArthur's doing. Here we are. 1st down and 10. Snap is back. Give to Mosley. He's trying to get through. He's got a bunch of Indians there. Okay.
They were able to bottle that one up. They knew we're not going to let this guy get ahead of steam. That's for sure.
Well, I think when they see number 8 in, they say, hey, let's stop him.
If you have any loved ones in Denton and are connected to the North Texas football program and have enjoyed their thus far undefeated season this year, it's rapidly coming to an end tonight. They are down by 21 in the 3rd quarter at home to South Florida.
Oh, wow. The Bulls, and they're the Mean Green?
Yep, Mean Green losing 49-28 at the moment.
Okay, Austin Holmes is back. He's got JoJo. Oh, and a big hit. No flag.
That was a lot of contact to the head after that missed catch.
Wow, that was an explosion of a hit. I didn't mean but that was Christian Long got up after that hit. Coach is not happy because JoJo was on the post and he was coming into a wide open area that would have probably resulted in an 86-yard touchdown pass.
And in fairness, Christian was open as well, and it was a catchable pass. Yeah.
Man.
Oof.
3rd down and 8. Big play here. Austin rolls out. Good little touch to Jackson Gary. He catches it. Oh, knocking him down left and right. Like bowling pins, Jackson Gary carries the ball out to about the 50-yard line.
He's just picking a path for himself there, sliding past defenders.
Man, how about that touch by Austin that time? Just tossing it over the defender's head and dropping it in cleanly to Jackson Gary.
And Gary did a good job, too. He actually came back to the ball and caught it instead of waiting for it to come to him and letting the defense have a chance, because he was in between 2 defenders there, one in front and one behind.
Senior tied in with probably one of his longest plays of the year. The 50-yard line now, 1st and 10. Mosley looking. He's going to get outside. Oh, great job on the perimeter by Jacksonville. Gain of about 3.
That's one of the bigger intentional cuts that you'll see, starting to the left and then intentionally stopping, reversing field, giving up yards to get outside on the right-hand side of the line. And he's kind of walking gingerly back to the line. These last couple carries have not been nearly as explosive or unhindered as his first 2 were.
Yeah, the first 2 he had big holes to run through.
Yeah.
Well, that moon, it looks like someone has like a piece of paper over half of it, so you can't see it. That's kind of weird. It's like it's blurred out or something. Like it's AI generated. Oh, Austin keeps it himself. Nothing doing at all. Might have been better off giving it to Robbins that time.
Or you'd like to see him also have a pass option off of that with a wide receiver split out, where he can do that, take a couple steps to look like he's running the ball, collapse the defense towards him like they did, and then pass that thing out to a receiver. That would be a fantastic additional point to add to a play like that. Because I don't know that him running the ball is going to be the answer for Whitehouse.
All right, well, here we go. Another 3rd down. Austin's done well on 3rd downs. Little screen pass to JoJo. Players everywhere, but he gains about 4 or 5 yards as a flag. That might be an illegal block or hold.
He caught the ball actually past the line of scrimmage, I believe. So all the blocking that was happening is going to be illegal because it was a downfield pass, if that's what they're calling here. That took way too long to set up. A screen needs to happen quicker, and I think everything ended up past the line of scrimmage because of how long it took.
Ineligible man downfield.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh.
All right.
Or a face mask.
Or free yards. Compliments of the Jacksonville defense.
No
we'll
holding.
Take it.
No ineligible man downfield.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Now, Chris and I went to training, kind of. And we were told not to try to guess what the foul would be, because if you were wrong, you would feel dumb.
You'd look dumb.
I feel dumb. Do you feel dumb?
I tend to look at this like they had their options of different things I could have chosen to call, and they went with that. And I'm good with it.
Oh, there goes Mosley. A little bit of room. Does a little spin and gets hit in the back. Gain of about 4 yards.
Had a little bit more room if he'd done one of those super jump cuts and cut to the outside. He had Carter Willingham out there looking to block for him.
Would have even had more room if he would have done the turnaround jump over all the defenders' heads. Saquon Barkley.
Oh yes.
All right, we're going to the 4th quarter. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, rivalries. Every Friday night is game day, but here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every day is game day. Just like on the football field, success behind the wheel of a commercial motor vehicle takes discipline, that's right, focus, that's right, and safety, that's right. That's why we don't just train drivers, we train champions of the road.
That's right.
And here's the win and play. We're a TPST certified school. That means when you're ready, you don't have to wait for the state. You can test right here in-house. No delay of games, no flags on the field, just results.
That's right.
If you're ready to stop sitting on the sidelines and start moving your career forward, the season starts now. Get trained.
Come on.
Get tested.
Come on.
Get on the road with a career that pays like a championship win.
That's right.
Don't wait till next season.
Come on.
Call CDL Training Academy today and start your CDL journey, because in Texas, whether it's football or trucking, we play to win.
Go Five win.
Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Welcome to the fourth quarter. Wildcats up 38-14 over the Indians. Look at Austin in trouble. Throws it away. Uh-oh. He might not have been out of the pocket.
No, if they wanted to, they could definitely call grounding here.
There was no receiver there. Did get back, but he... Okay. Let's see. It's not like the NFL where they all get together and talk about it and then drop a flag. So we're good to go there. Good job of Austin getting rid of the ball then and not taking a sack, because he was in trouble if he didn't. DR coming out. Oh, they've got a commercial going on here. Huh. Not awkward at all. Mosley with the carry, crashing forward, trying to get to the first down. Is going to come up just a couple yards short, so 4th and 2, no doubt they'll be going for it here.
Yeah, that was one of those, we're going to hand the ball off. We're going to get all of our linemen blocking straight ahead. Hat on a hat, see what we can do. And picked up several yards, coming up 2 yards short here.
Uh-oh, time running down. 17 seconds on the 40-second clock.
Austin Holmes getting a heck of a workout, running halfway to the bench in between every single play.
Yeah. Well, Smith figures 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Timeout.
Motion,
called.
There's a timeout.
Yep.
Yeah, Westerberg got it.
Coach Westerberg's like, can we do this in a way that doesn't require a quarterback to run a half mile?
Yeah, good heads up call with the timeout there by Westerberg. That's a huge play. 4th and 2 is a whole lot different than 4th and 7. Although that would give Park a chance to kick a 42-yard field goal. He wants a 50-yarder though, huh?
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
He wants the big one, but.
So from the college world, we now have a 55-28 score in Denton, South Florida over North Texas. Crazy one out in Seattle. Rutgers beating Washington 13-7. And Colorado State showing up tonight at halftime. They are beating Fresno State 35-14.
I'm gonna ram them. Remember Roger Rabbit?
I was not allowed to watch that movie.
That was a scary movie, man. The ending got a little rough for an 8-year-old kid. I'll be honest, man. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I'm gonna ram him. Anyways. All right, here we go. 4th down and 2. Let's see what they got up their sleeve. Mosley in. JoJo in motion. Trying to hit him I'm trying to think of what it's called. The flat. There we go. All the way inside the 10-yard line to the 8-yard. That brings up 1st down and goal. Great pass by Austin that time. Good route by...
Yeah, that's worked twice for them tonight beautifully. They tried to run it one other time, and it got caught up, and there was an issue. But that feels like a go-to money play there. They found something that they like, and it'll work.
Yeah, and JoJo's got to be careful because he came in motion, and he started moving forward right before the ball was snapped. And if you do that too early, they'll get you for illegal procedure. So you got to be careful.
Miami had one taken off the board this past week.
The pass up to Diarra. Oh, there he is.
There we go.
Diarra.
Everybody getting back.
Reminiscent of Dallas Wilson. Touchdown. That's your Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown. First one in the 4th quarter. First one for Diarra tonight. And, man, we thought we'd be seeing those all year long, Chris, and it's been 5 or 6 weeks since we've seen that.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit. It looks like his confidence was down maybe a couple times, and I'm glad to see him get that touchdown there. That's a good back on track type of touchdown.
Austin put it on the money, too. So there we go. Touchdown. That brings your score Wildcats 45, Indians 14. Let's hear from Rockmore Hardware. Ooh, we're having fun tonight, Chris. 45 to 14 equals fun. Now
those guys are having fun down there. Watching them on the sideline, they're celebrating with each other, and rightly so.
Yeah, they needed a game like this, and Chris and I were joking. You know, we really kind of want to call a close game. We haven't called a close game yet this year. Those of you who've been keeping up with the Wildcats, it's been.
They are not the cardiac cats this year.
No, it's been blowout after blowout, one way or the other tonight in Wildcats' favor. So there's another team kick. Jacksonville has no interest in trying to return that. So
yeah, if it's behind the 10-yard line, we're not catching it. That's their motto tonight on the kickoff.
That's right. That's right. So. Man, this is exciting. Now, who do the Wildcats have next week? We should know this. I think we're going to Nacogdoches. Is that right?
I'm going to embarrass myself because I literally live 1 week to the next, and I have no idea.
You didn't
what
even
we're
know
doing next Friday night.
You didn't even know what you were buying at Rockmore Hardware until your wife let you know.
Yeah,
so,
she's on top of that, man. She's got a whole plan. So
absolutely. I'm going to look it up here in just a minute.
And here we go with the double stacked at the wide receiver spots. Trying to mess with those linebackers.
Look at Malachi just. Open
in the middle again.
Oh, nice tackle that time. Great job by Carmelo Perkins running down. So when they do the double stack, they pull Malachi Allen down there.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're causing the safeties to have to go wide, and it basically leaves linemen and linebackers, and that's it in the middle of the field. And if the running back can get behind the linebackers, he's gone. You know, we've seen that a few times now.
Yeah.
They're just they're banking on the fact that they can at least block the 6 guys in the middle of the field enough to get their running back a lane, and if he catches that lane, he can be gone.
Yeah. All right. So just to make sure, I know probably a bunch of you are fussing and feeling like we don't know what we're talking about. We are going to Nacogdoches next week, Chris. I'm excited about that little Dragon Stadium.
That's right. NAC had that big win over Jacksonville where their quarterback put up 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. Although I think Austin might be on pace to be close to that tonight.
Yeah, he might be. Now, that was miscommunication. I'm not sure what there is. Holman and McGowan both did some routes, and Clater threw it right in between both of them. So, here come the tackles. All right. Here come the tackles. We got tackles wide on both sides. They're throwing it. Oh, no.
That's smart right there.
Yeah, that was. There we
Just
go.
took too long to develop.
Yep.
I don't think that was the plan, to fake the throw and then run, though. If it was, it needed to happen a whole lot faster.
Yeah.
They're literally, it seems, trying to just push defenders as wide on the field as they can to open up a run lane somewhere in the middle. And
they're kind of.
If they move those offensive linemen far out there, then how's Whitehouse going to respond? And they responded by bringing a linebacker halfway. He might ought to have just thrown it and said, let's take our chances out wide.
All right, here we go. Little slant inside. He's not going to get there. Oh, here comes the pressure. He's going to have to throw it quick. A big hit that time. Ball is overthrown. Clater laid out. Yeah,
he stood up and threw the ball, and he put a little bit too much juice on it. He knew something was coming.
Well, there's a couple of defenders, I believe maybe the linebackers, that started pursuing him, and so they had a 20-yard head start sprinting right into him. He got hit.
And with 2 of them, you can feel confident to go in there full speed, whereas if it's one guy, he's going to break down and slow down because he doesn't want to get juked and look silly. But with two of them, they can run like railroad tracks and come straight at him, which they did. Told him about it with a hit.
Well, inside of 9 minutes now, Jacksonville punting. Good to see Wildcat defense get a stop. Almost blocked. Oh, he got hit. That's going to be a first down. JoJo returning. Don't get hurt. Yeah, that was Xavier Dudley, who almost blocked the punt and then decided to discard the punter.
You don't see that very often, a 300-pounder getting in on the punt block.
No. And did they call roughing or just running into?
Oh, that's got to be a personal foul. He got trucked.
Yeah, he almost blocked it and missed it, and he just shoved him. I mean, he didn't hurt him. He just shoved him.
So, fun story. My very first game as a coach, okay? I'm 23 years old.
Okay.
Fresh coaching, and I'm put in charge of the JV team. This is at a 1A school in Georgia, so JV team has 17 players kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I've got a kid who's never played football before, but he's a big boy, 6'3", 225 pounds as a freshman. He'll go on to play at Alabama, actually. Never played a lick of football. Very first time on defense, we hold them and they punt. Their punter punts the ball, and then my guy, Chris, just lays him out.
Really?
And the official's threatening to toss everybody. He's going to toss me. He's going to toss my player. And I'm like, Blue, he's never played a game before. That's my fault.
I mean, it's just a punter, for crying out loud. Pass complete to Holman on the side for about 5 yards on the play there.
That was the first time they showed kind of a true run play action in the backfield. I think anything they can do to try to freeze linebackers or manipulate space where the linebackers are. They're not happy with the way Ace and his crew has messed with their offensive game plan tonight.
To give up the middle, kind of speedy and resilient run this time. Fighting for yards. That's going to be number 7, Caden Boyd. We've seen him with some really good runs tonight. He's got a lot of speed.
That required the entire Whitehouse defense to make that tackle.
Yeah. And Boyd's looking over at his coach on the sideline and says, "Feed me." He's ready to get the ball again. And they keep it. Pass to Holman on the outside. Another little out route. Only about, let's see.
Feels like they should be able to do more with the play action there than just like a one. Oh, that was a bit of a more gain than I had thought.
Yeah, it looked like 2 or 3 yards from here, but he got 5 or 6.
He must have moved up from one line to the next line.
Go Whitehouse. Got the band playing over there. There he goes. Oh, okay. Jaden Bell.
We got some WWE moves going on out here.
Listen, your boy Jaden Bell's down there at the big tackle.
A little headlock, twist, and drop.
He told Big Brother, "You don't worry about me. You just do a good job filming me, and I will make the tackle." Good job, Jaden. You don't want to hear your trash talk. All right, 3rd down and short.
Defense still trying to figure out where they're supposed to line up.
Oh, they dropped the ball. Okay, it's going to be a penalty maybe?
I saw flags fly. It might have been false start.
Yeah.
Let's see what he has to say.
Prior to the snap,
False start.
Everyone but the center.
Yeah. So
Boy, this guy doesn't like centers. That's twice now.
Listen.
He's been picking on centers.
If it's everyone but the center, it's the center's fault. That's a way of saying that without being mean, you know. Oh, personal foul. Never mind. All right, here we go. So 3rd down and 6, a little bit longer of a play here. Give up the middle. He's not going to make it.
There we go.
And look who it is.
Don't throw him. Don't throw him. Don't throw him.
Xavier Dudley. Xavier Dudley making up for the mistake and getting in the backfield. First guy to hit him. So a loss of 2 on the play.
And again, it's silly to say this, but sometimes when you're out there in the heat of the battle and you've got someone wrapped up and you just want to throw him at the end to exert a little bit. And that's 3 times now that the Whitehouse defenders have held off from picking up a penalty and handing free yards to Jacksonville. I'm going to commend these guys when they do that.
Good job, guys. Cardenas out now to attempt the field goal. It's going to be about a 35-yard attempt. Resetting the 25-second clock, running down to 6:24.
We've got a blocked punt. Let's see if we can get a blocked field goal here.
It's Cardenas. Oh, it's
and we got it.
blocked. And we did. Don't touch it. What are you doing? They can't return it. They touched it.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, hang on. It's like downing it. You can't run it.
I'm going to be honest here. I am not familiar with the high school rules relating what happens on a.
Oh,
whoops.
goodness. Whoa, we have a spin roll.
And there we go.
Come on, man.
Well, the fun on this one is if they're marking the ball at the 1 yard line, that's not going to be a very. That penalty is not going to be a lot of yards.
Number 33 for Jacksonville.
With an acting job worthy of.
it was more of an athletic. A jump dive roll backwards.
He had one of the big boys from Whitehouse taking a push on him.
Let's see.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Whitehouse, number 56. Unsportsmanlike
Okay, good.
conduct.
Both ways.
Jacksonville, number 33.
Oh.
Those penalties offset. Result of the play, first down Whitehouse from the 1 yard line.
All right.
So if they don't touch the ball at all, they get the ball way up at the 18-yard line.
Like where the ball was snapped on the previous play?
That's right.
Okay.
Yes, they would take over where it was on the ground. So it really would have been at the 25-yard line. But because they went down and hit the ball and did all that business, once they touched the ball, it's like after a punt, you touch the ball. Now Jacksonville could have picked it up. Remember the old Leon Lett
gotcha.
where he slid in the snow? Man, that was back in 1993 or so. But yeah, so that was a mistake, but nothing harsh. I'm just glad the jump roll spin didn't get a penalty called. He went both ways. All right, here we go. The snap. Oh, face mask in the end zone. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4 flags.
Everybody saw it.
Jade
now
Robbins,
let's not get a flag here.
Goodness.
This game's getting a little extracurricular.
No, props to Price Bryan, man. Price Bryan drove his defender 15 yards. He did
Put
his
him in
job.
the ground, got up, and then did the ride the donkey. I hope that made it.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I hope that made it.
Look, if every lineman drives their guy 15 yards like Price just did every play, we're in good shape. So that was a great effort. And poor Robbins had his face mask completely almost ripped off and
turned backwards.
But he's okay. He put his arms up. There was flags flying in from every direction. So here we go. Got a little space now. The 16. Is that Grimes in there?
That's Grimes.
Okay,
I think it was Grimes last time, too, that had his head turned around.
They didn't like Grimes. So 3 yards, so maybe it wasn't Robbins. Okay.
Well, the nice thing for Whitehouse is you can have Robbins or Grimes in there, knowing that if you're going to hand them the ball on your own goal line, that they're going to pick up positive yards.
Yep.
You know, that's a nice.
At this point, Chris, you think Whitehouse just wants to run the clock down and walk away on this drive and end the game here?
Well, every coach, I think, wants to have that kind of a drive to finish a game where you challenge the offensive line to just be better than the guy in front of you, and let's pick up yards every play, keep the sticks moving, and go score.
Well,
that'll do
there's
it.
Grimes.
That'll
the bounce, the roll, the spin, the moves. About 5 yards on the play.
I imagine, yes, they're going to keep handing the ball off and challenge those offensive linemen to do exactly what we just mentioned.
Yep.
That's what I would do in this situation.
Well, we're looking good. 4 or 5 yards a pop is really all you need.
And Austin's been on point throwing the ball enough that Jacksonville can't put everybody in the box and just sell out against the run. They've got to play him honestly with the receivers because he has been a weapon throwing.
Oh, the reverse around to Zion. He might be gone. There he goes. Zion cuts it back.
What?
Trips him up. He could go all the way. 76 yards. Zion Alexander. That's a 50 spot. There's your Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown. Number 3 of the night for Zion. Wow, that was unbelievable. Let's go here we got an unofficial timeout. We'll be right back for the extra point. Tell us about it, Rockmore.
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, rivalries. Every Friday night is game day, but here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every day is game day. Just like on the football field, success behind the wheel of a commercial motor vehicle takes discipline, that's right, focus, that's right.
All right, we thought that was going to be a long official timeout. Turned out to be a bit shorter, so apologies for cutting off the commercial midway. But
I mean, who's not going to get their CDL anyways, Chris? That seems like something that would be fun to do.
It will not prevent anybody from doing that.
Extra point attempt here. It's up. Man, they've been getting so close to blocking it off that left side over there. But it's up and it's good. So your score is 52-14. We're going to stay right here. And, Chris, how about, boy, you got Zion in the open field. I mean, cutting it back. I don't know that, Whitehouse is not throwing the ball. They're not trying to run the score up. But Zion's quick. You get him in open field like that.
Yeah, he did not get any open touches last week. And so great to see him have the opportunity to run the field free tonight. And he's made the most of it. He's been electric. And, we talked about at the beginning of the game how Whitehouse and Jacksonville pretty even statistically if you take out the Woodrow Wilson game outlier, which it was played.
Yes.
And we're seeing a lot of what we saw that night tonight. And it's been fun to watch.
Well,
this Whitehouse team needed this momentum, needed this excitement. The crowd's very excited, and the cheerleaders have a lot to cheer about. And we're having a good time tonight.
Hey, and it's a 4-day weekend for the kids, so they're loving it.
Oh, yeah.
Little extra juice. Don't have to go to school on Monday. Didn't have to come today. And, if you remember, though, that Woodrow Wilson game, Chris, they ran the clock most of that second half. So
that's true.
It almost looks like there's a written agreement from Jacksonville and Whitehouse to just let it go into the end zone because Jacksonville's not interested at all.
They're standing at, I think, like the 10-yard line, and if the ball goes over their head, they're just not even giving any interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
If there's a way to put that loft backspin on that ball so that it hits at like the 5 and just stops there, that would be pretty incredible. It would force some more craziness on special teams, which we love.
I think that's what he's been working on, but
we've
it's
seen
probably
a
hard
bit.
to kick it that far.
Very hard with the super spin on the ball because it'll hang up in the air and slow down.
All right, so we're seeing some backups in here for Whitehouse, which is exciting, giving them an opportunity to play. There goes Polk, and Polk is gone. Oh, he might get caught. He's got one man to beat. Oh, that's Robbins, I believe. One sophomore running back catching another sophomore running back. I'm sorry, that's not Robbins?
Is that 24? That's Robbins.
Oh, I thought it said 24. He's way over there, guys. Hard for us to see. Hard for me to see.
You're right. That's Robbins. Robbins originally was playing linebacker. That's where we saw him play most on the field prior to the move to running back and moving up the running back depth chart. So, he's got experience on both sides of the ball this year.
Snaps back, and the give.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
That's Franklin that time for the touchdown, Jacksonville.
And that is not what you wanted to see when you put some backups in, is that 2 plays, many yards, and a touchdown.
75 yards, yeah. That's a...
But you can understand how if they're coming in fresh to this game, Jacksonville has been able to find some spots to exploit, and they immediately went to those spots and found a touchdown.
Cardenas kick is up, and it is good. So we will be back in just a moment. Your score, Wildcats 52, Indians 21.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, welcome back. Chris, if I'm doing my math right, this is the 13th kickoff of the night.
That's a lot.
14th kickoff. Oh, no, there's a field goal's time expired, so 13th kickoff of the night.
I am not even going to try to check you on that. I'll just take your word.
Well, I mean, if you're bored Sunday afternoon, you want to rewatch, and you want to go back through and count.
Do you rewatch these?
No, I haven't really. I'll go back and watch parts. There was a comment that was made last week about the kicker, how quick he was. If you recall, and he ran down.
Oh, yes, the 1.7 40-yard dash guy.
And my response, I had a buddy laughing at my response because I was in shock. Great catch that time.
There we go. Stearns with some leadership out there. Just getting on the ball.
Just out there playing shortstop.
We got linebackers everywhere making plays all over this field.
Yeah.
I mean, you can technically make a case that Robbins is a linebacker, moved to running back. So he's on the offense making a bunch of plays. And then we've got about 4 or 5 other linebackers out there that making a bunch of plays tonight.
I did hear that Texas High, that kicker they had, Chris, he was offered by Alabama and LSU this week to be a kick returner.
As a sophomore, that's incredible.
As a sophomore, yep, already.
Did you say as a returner? So
yeah,
he's going to kick the ball and
returner.
return it.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Yes, he's going to kick it, run and get. Oh, goodness.
Look
there
at that
goes
space.
Mosley. Yeah, well, there's no doubt that these guys are not wanting to just run the clock out and be done. They want to go score again. At least the players do.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're a running back and you've had kind of a rough season and you have the chance to take it to a team and coach hands you the ball, you're going.
Yeah, I've got a story about that from my youth. Actually, Coach told me to do one thing and I did another thing.
No.
And I did. We won't go into that story. We'll just leave it there. Oh, there goes Mosley. Dancing around a little bit. Gets about a yard on the play. Jacksonville driving him back. Goodness. Pushing him
he tries
down.
the up kick there. MMA up kick.
That was...
I don't blame him. I mean, the whistle had blown for 10 seconds, and he's still getting pushed back and then thrown to the ground.
And then the defenders stood right up in there. So, yeah, that's okay. That's a little frustration from the defense, and I get it.
Oh, hold up a second. Is that? Yeah, that's okay. So the material is bunching on the uniforms there, and as he's coming off the field, it looks like it's number 0, but it is 8. That is Mosley.
Yes. Okay. Oh, you thought?
I thought it might be Pickens.
Thought it was Pickens.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Good run,
Look at
Johnny. John Grimes pounding forward. That's going to be enough for a Wildcat first down. Man. Wonder what his yards after contact look like, because he's not worried about people hitting him. He just keeps going sometimes.
Offensive line, this is a chance for them to assert some dominance, which they've been doing a good bit of this night. And
I mean, technically, they could get in victory formation right here. I think they might do that. I'm not sure.
That looks like victory formation right there.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Yep, Grimes is back. Assuming Jacksonville doesn't call a timeout, they need 2 snaps.
Oh.
Okay.
That official there talking to Jacksonville. Why you need to do that?
Hey, everybody just calm down, all right? Everything's going to be okay. Well,
Hey,
that's going to be
if you're
it.
on the field and the ball is live, you need to defend yourself.
We've got one more snap coming up. Record at home this year moves to 1-2. 1-1 at home during district. See, we got some positives there, Chris.
after the game.
15 minutes after the game. And there's the last snap, a loss of about 10 yards.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. That's not going to help the averages.
Yeah,
but,
that's not lost 10, but that's okay. No one cares. They got the win. Clock is going to run out, and it's time to start celebrating. If you're the Wildcats, 52-21, your final score here tonight.
31-point victory. That's an excellent margin of victory.
It is.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's
both teams scoring above their average on offense tonight, and one team giving up more than they usually give up on defense tonight.
That's right.
Whitehouse, we saw some things righted a little bit. Saw Diarra have the opportunity to go up and make a nice catch in the end zone, like we saw in week 1. Saw Zion get back on track after being shut out of touches last week and not really being able to contribute. And saw the defense have a lot of fun out there tonight. Saw some havoc on special teams with the blocked punt, which added 3 points right before the end of the first half. And Whitehouse really just took it to them early, 31-7 or 14, I believe, at halftime, and established a dominance that they did not let go of in the second half, which is good. That's exactly what you want to see.
Yeah,
good night.
It was 31-7 in the first half, and because Jacksonville just had that one drive. Now, Chris, this brings up next week. What a big game it's going to be against Nacogdoches. Wildcats, and it's hard to believe we're talking playoffs right now, but I'm going to step into that realm. They
win 3 and you're in? Is that it?
That's it.
So
they won here. Now, Hallsville potentially, and now listen, no one stick this on the bulletin board. I'm just some dummy yapping around. But you've got Marshall, you've got Nacogdoches, and you've got Hallsville left. So Nacogdoches is no pushover at all. That's going to be a very difficult game next week to win, to go to Dragon Stadium. But if they can pull it off, then they have an opportunity to maybe beat Hallsville.
A win and you're in situation, and you never know what's going to happen in that situation.
Maybe beat Marshall. I don't know. You know.
Did Marshall and Texas play tonight?
They are playing, yeah. And let's
have we heard a score or seen a score on that one?
I'm gonna look right now, Chris.
Just out of great curiosity, because we've heard a number of things about what that game might or should or could look like.
All right, so Nacogdoches, they beat Hallsville by 1 point, 21-20 in Hallsville tonight. Texas High beat Marshall 14-0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, how about that? That was a close one. Clark Cougars beat the Madison Mavericks 31-24. Let's go. Sorry, that's my alma mater. And let me see. I'm looking for Royce City Bulldogs laying it on Legacy tonight, 38-10. Hang on. We're still looking here. I don't have who was I looking for, Chris?
Well, it was Texas High, but you told
that's right. That's right.
14-0 on Marshall.
Mount Pleasant's off tonight. So, all right, gang. Well, that's going to be it. Chris, you got anything else before we go?
No, I'll be excited to see how well we can build off of this momentum tonight, and definitely have some positivity and definitely have some excitement going into next week's game, which, again, like you said, win a couple and they're in.
That's right. Yeah, be sure to join us next week, 7:30 Friday night at Dragon Stadium. We'll be right here in Wildcat Football on NETSN. We're super excited to bring that to you. I'm not even going to be able to sleep between now and then, Chris. I'm so excited after this win. But for Josh Jared, Chris Brody, Zach doing the producing, a very clean recording tonight. Hardly any drops at all. Dylan and Rob on the camera. That's going to be it. Good night. If you're listening right now, students, enjoy your 4-day weekend. We'll talk to you next time.
Williams fights through the yards, breaks some tackles. Williams still on his feet. Williams breaks another tackle. Here he goes. He's got some blockers. Sam Williams, he ain't going to catch him. Touchdown, God. 59-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 2 for Sam Williams.
Yeah, whoa. They get set early, quickly here. Play clock down to 3. Dixon gets it off, low snap. Pickram up the middle, and there he goes. Pickram into the secondary. Pickram is going to go. He is gone. Touchdown. Macho steps up in the pocket, and he gets away from one tackler, avoids another tackler, tries to run. He's still on his feet. Camacho's still on his feet. He's still running. Camacho, goodness gracious, he's still going. Camacho, is he going to score? Wow. Touchdown. Quick pass. Bork adjusts and intercepted, and he caught it.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's going all the way.
Oh, my God. No,
it's Taylor.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
And a pick six. Kind of stalled him out here. Brisbane got Stewart with a little. Oh, he ran over the defender. The helmet coming off. Holy man. Quarterback Smith. And Smith's in the gun. He's going to go back to pass. Goes out to his left. He's got a man open. It's Bork again. Caught. Bork breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Arp. What? Here we go. First and 10. They're going to throw it outside. They're going to double pass here. Going deep. That's Man Scott. What a catch by Man Scott. It's a one-handed grab. He's going to go almost the whole way. Just tackle at the one. Highlight reel right there for Man Scott. Oh, my goodness, Jason.
I don't think you'll see anything like that.
Woo.
That's not an East Texas highlight reel. That's Sports Center right there.
Man, oh, man. What a catch.